I think Buuhan beats the shit out of Kid Buu.
Okay, got you. So as long as I prove that he doesn't, then you just lose. Okay, cool. My premise is that Kid Buu beats Buuhan. All right, so your first scan is this. This is what you're using.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And why does this mean anything?
He says he's the strongest Majin.
Okay, so prove that Buu thinks is omniscient.
Why does he need to be omniscient?
Then it wouldn't scale to Kid Buu. How would he know about Kid Buu?
Because Kid Buu, okay, for one, he's like already been with Kid Buu.
Show me that he knows about Kid Buu's power. That doesn't mean he knows.
Okay, for one, why would he forget Kid Buu? He's literally been Kid Buu. What?
So you're saying Super Buu and Kid Buu are the same person, or they're separate entities?
Okay, they're like obviously like a fusion, right? Like when Majin Buu like absorbs people and whatnot. Like obviously.
Huh? Are you saying Super Buu is the same nigga?
No, what? Okay.
Okay, then you wouldn't know about Kid Buu.
Let me explain to you.
Just send me a scan of why he would know about Kid Buu's power. That's all I'm asking. I don't care about nothing else you say. Just send a scan.
Okay, Dballz, I don't need to send you a scan. I'm like explaining to you.
I don't need your Why would I trust what you're saying, right? Just show me that he knows. Show me proof.
Okay, Dballz.
Why would I listen to what you
explanation?
I don't care. Does your explanation have a scan with it? Yes or no? And I'll let you speak.
I mean, if you want me to send the scan, I'll get. Okay.
I want a scan to what you're saying. Otherwise, what you're saying needs to still be proven.
Okay, Dballz. Okay, Dballz. I don't care what you want. I'm just gonna explain this to you, and like you can see if like you disagree with the explanation.
I already don't agree because there's no scan backing up what you're gonna say anyway. So you have to show a scan anyway if you want this to continue. You have to show a scan.
I mean, if you like disagree, okay, Dballz, if I give you like a detailed explanation and all you say is
show me within the verse that like Super Buu admits that he knows. Otherwise, I don't care.
If I give you a detailed explanation and all you say is that you disagree because I didn't send a scan, we can just conclude after that. That's fine with you. That's all you can say. Just conclude after that.
I don't care about what you're gonna say if it doesn't go with a scan because you're just giving me an assumption. You have to still back it up.
Okay, Dballz. Let me explain it to you first. Like what?
Because you're gonna just say it right. I'm gonna say, show me a scan if this is the case. You're gonna still like. I don't even know why you're being petty about it. You still have to show a scan. I'm not gonna just be okay with you explaining it with nothing to back it up.
Okay, Dballz. If you like maintain that like stance or whatever after I give you the explanation, sure.
Okay, explain. Go ahead.
Okay. You're like if Majin Buu like starts off as Kid Buu, right?
Okay.
Okay, then he like absorbs like not Kibita, like the Supreme Kai, whatever. Like the Grand Kai, whatever his name is.
Okay.
Then he becomes Fat Buu.
Okay.
Right? And then like he like remains Fat Buu till we see him within the series. Okay.
Just skip to the Super Buu part. I'm aware of like how he comes to be.
Yeah, okay. And then when like Super Buu like comes in, right? Like the like evil like part of like Majin Buu like splits off, right? Then like have a battle or whatever, right? Then they like I forget whether they merge together or whatever, but it doesn't really.
He eats him. I'm aware of that. How does this prove that Super Buu knows about Kid Buu's power?
Okay, right. So he like, do you think like they forget about like the previous like?
There's no proof that they keep memory of their previous form or their previous like self.
Yes.
There's no proof of that.
Yes.
Show me that Super Buu keeps memory and he's fully aware of who Kid Buu was and like what he was about and how strong he was. Specifically the strength aspect. Here, show me that. Because I feel like you're going to show me that he just knows that if they free like Fat Buu. No, because I feel like I know what you're about to show me. Right? Tell me if I'm wrong. Does it in any way involve when Super Buu was pissing himself at the thought of him being turned back to Kid Buu?
I mean,
because if it is, it's not gonna. That's not proving what I'm asking you to show me.
Okay, why would that like not? That's not
because him. Why would that? So him showing fear of no longer being himself is not the same as him saying, "I know how strong Kid Buu is." That's not answering my question. All this lets us know is he's aware that he will turn into Kid Buu. That's it. That's all it lets us know.
Okay, that doesn't matter, right? What I was gonna show you like an example of Buuhan absorbing somebody and then not forgetting like his past past iteration.
Wait, hold on. Buuhan, Buu Tinks, and like
not Buuhan.
No, I'm just saying like Super Buu Boo Tinks, when he fucking becomes Buuhan, they're not separate people. They're still Super Boo.
Yeah, I'm like saying like they don't. Okay, I'm saying like whenever they, like merge, they don't like become completely.
Super Boo ain't the same scenario as like Fat Boo and Kid
memories.
Boo. You're doing like a false equivalent. They're not the same.
What do you think is different? What do you think is different?
Well, Super Boo keeps his sense of self when he becomes Buuhan and Boo Tinks. Fat Boo is not Kid Boo. They're not the same person. They literally have a change in characteristics.
Okay, the reason they have a change in characteristics, right? Is because like they absorb like different people. like when like he absorbs like Piccolo or whatever.
I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying, because you're still saying the same shit that I just said. Like, does not debunk my point. When Super Boo, so hold on, I'm gonna explain to you one more time, right? If you say the same shit, I know you're just not listening.
Dballz, you don't need to explain. I already know what you.
No, it's cool. I'm explaining because you don't get it. I can tell you don't.
Dballz, I can like explain your argument. You know, I don't need you.
Okay, explain it. Explain it exactly what I'm gonna say, since you know it. Verbatim.
What you like just explained to me was that like the reason like Buuhan, whatever, and like Kid Boo and like Fat Boo are like different is because like he's able to like when Buuhan or like Boo Tinks, right? He like absorbs Gohan. He's still able to like keep his self-sense, right? Or himself, right? He's like able to like retain himself. While like with the other instances, they don't. That's what you just explained to me. And
okay, I'm proud of you. Good job.
Okay. And what I'm explaining to you, right?
Right.
I'm saying like the reason they change personality doesn't like change with like Kid Boo and like Buuhan, right? He still like changes personalities when he absorbs people, right? Like his personality still evolves. Like Super Boo.
That's not losing his sense of self. So you don't understand what I'm saying. I just complimented you on my argument. No, because you just said something that's not the case.
Dballz, what form do you think he loses his self-sense in? What form?
When Boo specifically loses his sense of self, it's Kid Boo, Fat Boo, two different characters. Fat Boo, Super Boo. They're not the same individuals.
Okay, right. When he,
all right, go ahead.
The reason he completely changes is literally what I just fucking explained to you. When he absorbs somebody, his personality changes depending on like what that person is.
No, because when Super Boo absorbs Piccolo, Goat Tinks, and the rest of the niggas, he's not like radically different. If we can hold on, let me finish speaking because that's not even doing my fucking point. Super Boo and Kid Boo are radically different in personality. Fat Boo and Super Boo are radically different in how they go about doing shit. It's not simple as he's a bit smarter, he's a bit more tactical. That's not what a sense of losing your sense of self ain't evolving in a personality, nigga.
Super Boo, okay. For one, he doesn't like become a bit smarter, he becomes massively smarter, right? Two, the reason like
quantify the amount of smartness he gets, since you're saying he becomes massively intelligent. Quantify it.
Do you want me to explain to you why it's massively?
Yeah, show me the massive gain in intelligence. He was already talking in Super Boo. What did he gain massively?
Okay, even when he was in Super Boo, he's still like shown to be retarded. He can talk. So
why is he retarded?
Like intelligent. Okay, Dballz, no, it doesn't matter. Let me like finish the explanation.
Okay, cool. Drop that point then. I don't even know why the fuck you went there. Continue.
Okay, Dballz, shut up. Okay, right. What I'm saying is,
when you talk, nigga, continue.
Nigga, shut up.
Continue. Yeah. So watch this. I'm gonna stop talking. Go.
Go ahead. Okay. For one, right? I'm saying like the reason they're a radical difference is because like specifically like Supreme Kai, whatever the fuck his name is, right? It's like he has like a drastic effect on Kid Boo, or not Kid Boo. Yeah, Kid Boo. Like he has a drastic effect on Kid Boo's personality. Doesn't mean that like in like this separate scenarios that like when like it's not shown that they're like massive, right? Doesn't mean that that's like specifically because they're like completely different in like how they innately change. I'm saying, right? The thing that like affects them is the same thing, right? What affects like Boo Tinks, what affects like Super Boo is the same thing as like what happened to Kid Boo when he absorbs the Supreme Kai or whatever his name is, like Grand Kai, right? The reason he becomes drastically different is because when he absorbs people, his personality changes, right? That's what like happens with Super Boo as well, right? When he absorbs people, his personality changes. So it doesn't like
hold on. You just made a claim and I had to speak on it. Okay, Super Boo's absorptions is not the same as when Kid Boo became Fat Boo. They're not comparable. Super Boo gets small differences in personality, but he's consistently the same nigga. He is Super Boo. He doesn't like, he's not Kid Buu, Fat Buu. Kid Buu only focused on destruction, blowing shit up, doesn't give a fuck about nobody, not even himself. He blew up the planet with his ass on it. Fat Buu will have fun playing with a dog. Like, you're making this comparison.
Dballz. That was literally Dballz. I was like about to explain that to you, like literally the sentence after, like you come beyond.
It's just you repeating shit that I've just explained to you do not work, and you keep using them in the argument.
Okay, Dballz. I'll like specifically explain that to you, right?
Okay.
Literally what I just said is like, just because like they have like drastic differences, right, and like their absorption doesn't matter. I'm saying, like,
how does this relate to Super Buu keeping memory of Kid Buu? Let's just skip to that.
Okay. The whole reason we're on this point is I'm saying, right, when he like absorbs people, he doesn't like completely change as a person. Like his personality can change, it doesn't like affect his memories.
And you felt like you proved that with what you just said.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel like you okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay.
And this is your argument, bro. You were saying you was gonna fucking body me, and this was it.
I mean, if you don't think,
don't lose, bro. This is the wackest shit I've ever like. No bullshit. I'm not even like trying to be disrespectful. This is the wackest argument I've ever heard.
Okay, Dballz. I don't care. Like,
no, it's cool. You don't have to care. This is just for the recording. Like I'm publicly stating this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. For you to even try to come with this, this was stupid.
Dballz.
No, why are you replying back? This is rhetorical. This is just a fucking fact. You just said retarded shit. This is retarded. We can go to conclusions. This is retarded. We can go to conclusions.
Dballz. I didn't say I don't care for like for you to like know my opinion, or whatever. I'm saying I don't care because I don't want to like fucking listen to you like rant or whatever. I don't care if you think my argument's retarded. Like what?
Why would I care if you care?
I'm not. I don't care if you care. What?
Okay. So since we said you don't give a fuck, I can keep talking. What the fuck? You don't care.
You like stop talking. What do you?
So do you care or not? Do you care or not? Because why would you want me to stop if you don't give a fuck? Pick one.
Hey, Dballz. I'll give you like one more explanation of my argument, or then we can just conclude. Because I don't really.
No, we can just go to conclusion now. Like I got it. It's cool. You can go to conclusion now.
If you want to do it right now, it's fine.
Got you. You want to go first or me?
I mean, you can go first.
Got you. I feel like my opponent was like fucking retarded because he didn't back up like Super Buu have information on Kid Buu's power. All he literally proved was what I was saying is that fucking Kid Buu, Super Buu, and Fat Buu are different entities. They're different selves that don't ever show memory of the other. He never shown this with a scan or anything. He came in with a bunch of assumptions. I asked for a scan multiple times. He never wished to show it. So I feel like I won due to him not proving his point. I proved that there are different individuals and that nothing shows that Super Buu has knowledge of Kid Buu in the sense of his power in comparison to his own. So his statement of saying that he's fucking the strongest Masha of the past, present, and future wouldn't hold weight on the Kid Buu we see fight Goku. That's my conclusion.
Are you done?
Comrade, you got slapped.
Yeah, that's... Did I not just say that's my conclusion? That's my conclusion. Go ahead. Speak.
Okay, and anyway, in conclusion, like I feel like Dballz is a bit like slow. I'm not gonna lie, he's a bit mentally disabled. What are like my entire argument essentially like, my argument is like completely predicated on like Super Buu not like forgetting just because he like absorbs more people, right? I was saying that like just because he absorbs more people doesn't mean like he's gonna forget or whatever. And I said like the difference between Kid Buu and like Fat Buu, right, and their absorption is that like the Grand Kai, whatever his name is, right, this drastically affects their personality. Doesn't like inherently mean that what?
Oh, keep going, bro. I don't give a fuck about you. What's up, Gian?
Yo.
What do people say, Gian? That shit sounds nasty. Okay, anyway, like I was saying, in conclusion, okay, yeah, I just slapped you guys. I don't really need to continue.
Got you. All right, Judge, do your thing, bro.
Yeah, basically.
Who's your judge? You should have got
so
him
basically,
baller, bro.
Yeah, so basically, you won't be able to prove your claims.
Airtiger.
What?
Didn't I like say before that I didn't want Airtiger to judge?
So who's the
You
judge?
literally never said that. I literally walked in VC.
I said okay.
I joined VC.
Airtiger. When we got in here, I said that like Snake was like, oh, like is Airtiger gonna?
Well, listen to this. Hold up. I don't think there's literally one person in this entire VC that think you won. I'm not even trying to be a dick.
I think you are.
Man is spitting, bro. Hey, no
I
cap.
recorded this whole
No
thing. You can
cap. No
send
one
it to
gets you
whoever
on,
you
bro.
want.
Yo, Rage got next.
I could just tell
Nigga,
man's
Rage
rules.
got next.
Like this was a no
Yeah.
diff.
Rage got
Doesn't
next.
matter. This was a no diff.
It
Man
might
contested
have
all
been
your
a neg.
points. He made me
Just take this
seem
out,
like
bro.
a fool. It doesn't even matter if I judge or not. Whoever judges, if they have sense, they would know this was a no diff. No disrespect.
Rage got
It was a no diff. It
bitch.
wasn't even a low diff.
Rage
It was
got
a no
next.
diff.
Bro,
Yeah, that was
rage, bro. I'm here for you, bro. Tell me your argument. I want to know what you said.
Yeah, actually, I do want to know your argument. What did you,
Take the
what
L
did you say?
respectfully.
Okay, so how did that let you feel? Oh my god. Okay, so essentially, six like my argument. I sound like a looking scans one. I sound like a scan of like Booth saying he's like the strongest margin. Dballz was like, oh, why does he like remember him in Kid Buu? And I was explaining like when he absorbs people, he doesn't forget. And like Dballz' argument against that, I don't even know who. I don't know what he said.
Okay, cool. You don't know. Okay, so
Wait,
six.
why
What I
do you
said
know
was
how
right.
strong the other Majin
I
are?
said that
you could
Subaru and
never
Kid
prove
Buu are
that,
separate
though.
entities, and they never.
Let Dballz talk. What did you say, Dballz? People were talking over you in the beginning. What?
Yeah, so my argument against it, right, was that I asked him to prove that Super Buu would have knowledge of Kid Buu since they are separate entities. Kid Buu isn't the same as Fat Buu, and Fat Buu isn't the same as Kid Buu. And that was my argument. And he never was able to prove that. He never shown a scan that Super Buu knows. He just said, he just used the fact that when Super Buu absorbs people, he doesn't lose memories. But I literally explained that Super Buu and Kid Buu's like situations when it comes to absorbing niggas is not the same. Kid Buu consistently keeps a sense of self. I mean, not Kid Buu. Super Buu keeps his sense of self. Kid Buu lost his sense of self, became fucking Fat Buu. They're like, their personalities are not the same. They don't keep that. But Super Buu does as he goes on absorbing niggas. Like they're different niggas.
What I said against like what Dballz just said, it was like I said essentially if like what I said was like essentially with like Kid Buu and Fat Buu, right? The reason like they're like seemingly different is because like when they absorb the Grand Kai, right? The Grand Kai has like a drastic like effect on their personality, right? Because their personalities are so different. He has like a drastic effect on their personalities, right? So that's the reason why like when he absorbs it, like he completely changes. Doesn't mean like the absorption is like completely different, right? Just because his personality changes to a higher extent doesn't mean he's gonna forget whatever. Doesn't make them like completely different entities. So it doesn't matter.
Okay, Dballz, what was your response to that?
I act like literally it's just me asking him to prove that they would have the same memory, right? Because he never even showed like throughout the entire thing, never demonstrated why they would have the same memory. Especially in the case of like fucking Super Buu, who is like separate from Fat Buu. No, I'm not talking. I'm fucking sick. Why are you talking? Why are you talking? Who six just asked to talk? Me or you?
Okay. So, Rage, what was your way of proving that they actually have the same memories?
Okay, because like I was saying that like they're like not completely different people, right? So their memory shouldn't change at all. If the only way they would have different memories, obviously, is like if they're like completely different entities. And I said they're not completely different entities. Just like him absorbing people doesn't like change him completely. And obviously, it's like shown with Kid Buu, or not Kid Buu, Super Buu, right? He doesn't like completely change. He doesn't even like become a completely different person. He's like personality changes. He's like completely transform as a person. He doesn't like become a different entity. He's like the same entity, just with like a different personality. So it's like personality doesn't affect whether or not he's the same person or not. Or the same entity, I mean.
Okay. Like, did you ever end up explaining why that leads to the conclusion that he keeps his memories?
Yeah.
He didn't.
Do you want me to like further?
I can explain like what I said in response to that, right? Before he like goes on. Just, like, be very sure. So he keeps saying like they're not separate entities. I never said they were completely different. Like fucking Super Boo's a black guy and Kid Boo's a white dude named Tommy with a gun. What I'm saying is they're different senses of like they're different selves. They're different individuals when it comes to how they interact and do certain things. And every time we see like a drastic change, like for Kid Buu becoming Fat Buu unleashing Super Buu, and Super Buu becoming Kid Buu, they never showed this ability to recall exactly how their other selves were. They never showed this ability. Super Buu never, ever presents the knowledge of who Kid Buu really was in history. He just knows that if Kid Buu is freed, he's no longer going to be himself. That's all he knows. Mm-hmm. Fat Buu doesn't even show awareness of who the fuck Kid Buu is. He just knows Kid Buu is a bad nigga who looks like him a little bit. And Rage never proved why the fuck like this big jump of where they have this disconnect of selves would have this connection of them remembering who the other nigga was. He never presented that. No scans,
Okay.
no nothing.
Essentially,
Rage, what was your response? Like, I want to hear your response directly to the point that Fat Boo didn't know who Kid Boo was.
no, he never he never made the claim that Fat Boo just purely doesn't know who Kid Boo is. He just said that he
My
never.
claim was that they all are different senses of self and never shows knowledge of one another. I did say something. I did state that.
Yeah,
I didn't say exactly that, but what I said was a general thing.
Yeah, Dballz. He never made the claim that he just purely doesn't know who he is. You just said he doesn't show that he knows who he is.
I said they were different senses of self and never show knowledge of the other. Wait, hold on. Air Tiger, no bullshit. Did I not say if not verbatim, something among that line?
Yeah, no, that's cool. Because even what Dballz just said, it still leads to the same conclusion that they don't know who each other are.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll just tell you why. Yeah, I just said. I'll just explain to you what. Yeah, I'll explain to you what I said against it. Completely, what I was saying is think about it like this way. If I one day I'm a really bad person, right? Then the next day I'm a completely happy, right? I'm a normal person. I love everybody, right? But the last day I was I hated everybody. I thought everybody was a cunt. I thought everybody was a faggot. I fucking hated everybody, right? My personality drastically changed, right? But I didn't become a completely different person, right? So I'm saying just because his personality changed has nothing to do with his memory at all, right? He doesn't become a different entity whatsoever. So it doesn't matter.
I think that's a bad example.
You don't.
Wait.
Hold on.
Are you saying
understand?
are you saying that he still has the same memories? It's just his personality upped up a little bit.
No, he's saying he has the same.
Calm Rage's argument is essentially different personality, not necessarily different memories. But Calm Rage, you do understand how the last thing you just said, the last argument you just gave me, doesn't properly respond to Dballz saying they don't have a sense of self between one another or knowledge of who the other is. Right, because it's essentially he put the burden on you to prove that they do, and then that they do know who one another is, and then he ended up asserting that they don't.
Yeah, I say okay. The way I'm saying they know how each other are, right? That last point will completely prove that because the way I'm saying they know each other is if they retain the same memory. Let's say the Kid Boo, right? He has his own memory, right? Then the other Boos, I'm saying they retain that same memory. So he's exerting his own power, whatever, right? He should know how strong he is, right? So if he retains his own memory, right, throughout each form, right, that means he should know how strong he is when he's in Boo Chang state when he makes a statement. I mean, if he is aware of his own power when he's fighting everybody, killing all the Kais and whatnot, right? Then he transformed and still has that same memory. I mean, if we know personality changes, but their memory doesn't change whatsoever. And he
that point right there.
Wait, hold on. Can I chime in on that example? That's a really terrible example because it's not like Boo goes through a small personality change from kid to fat to future. Hold on, it's more akin to DID, dissociative disorder. They're literally a different nigga just in the same body. But you don't hear niggas with DID consistently say, "I remember what Tommy did in my body last night." You have to prove that they have this knowledge. That's all I was asking.
Hold on.
Keep avoiding
calm rage.
Yes.
I was trying to think of the way to word this. The point of they have a different personality doesn't necessarily mean they have different memories. You do understand how that's not an argument as to why they don't have different memories? You're saying that just because the personality is different doesn't necessarily mean that this is also different. That doesn't prove that they're not different like you would need to.
Okay, 6.
Especially since...
Okay, 6. You're saying that
Dballz... Wait, don't say my name 3 times. That shit becomes demonic.
Okay. So 6, you're saying if Dballz asked me to prove that they have the same memory, right? And then I say, right, they have since there's no reason for them to have a different memory, right? Doesn't like, and you're saying doesn't necessarily prove that they like do have the same memory, right? Me making the claim that they like no reason for them to change in memory doesn't necessarily prove that
Yeah,
like
because Dballz ended up asserting it. He ended up making the assertion that they don't have the same memories. At least based on what he told me of his recollection of the debate. He ended up making that assertion.
Yeah, well, from what I remember, I don't think he made that assertion, but it doesn't matter. He says like his whole argument said like they're different people. Not like they're different people, but like but like the argument he made during that time was that like he shouldn't, or like Super Boo or Brute Tanks, right, shouldn't like remember at all who Kid Boo is. He didn't say like, oh, they're like completely different people, right? So they shouldn't like know at all who each other are. Because like, because when I asserted that,
Well,
like
that's
I
what
showed
he
him an
told
example.
me here post debate. Like that's what he told me.
Yeah. When I brought up the example that Boo Tanks, right, absorbs Gohan, right, and he still remembers like him being in Boo Tanks, right, he said, oh, it's different for like Kid Boo going to like Fat Boo, right? Because when he goes to Fat Boo, he has like a drastic personality change. So like overall, like for one, right, the personality argument isn't like supposed to like prove that, right? When I showed him the example of when they absorb people, right, their memory remains completely unchanged, right? When they absorb people, they still remember the past version. So that's what like is indirectly or directly proving, right? That like he should still remember Kid Buu. Because when they absorb people, they still remember the past versions. So I'm saying, right, they're the same person. Then D-Ball says, oh yeah, with like Fat Boo and Kid Boo, right? They're like completely drastically different. So they're different people. And I'm saying, oh yeah, that's just because like the personality of like the person they absorb can like completely change Kid Boo, right? But we still see, right, regardless of like the personality change, as long as we know that doesn't like affect their memory or change them completely, right? Then we can like still completely say that like he should remember to the same effect that Boo Tanks or like Buuhan can remember Boo Tanks.
Did you?
Can I say something that might help a bit?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Sure.
Okay, so basically, when Goku and Vegeta were going through and removing like everyone out of Super Boo's body, right? Super Boo, when they removed Boo, right? Obviously, Super Boo was panicking because he knew like after they removed Boo, he would turn into Kid Boo, meaning that Super Boo did have knowledge of Kid Boo.
Hold on, I can explain that. I can explain that. So when Super Boo is like, they're threatening like take out Fat Boo, he never says directly like he knows that it's Kid Boo specific. He just knows he will no longer exist if they do this. He knows that his sense of self is now gone. He doesn't know directly about Kid Boo. He doesn't give any like statements of knowing exactly what he's going to become. He just knows he won't be himself. That's not showing complete knowledge. To make a statement on power, no, hold on. To make a statement on power, you have to prove to me that he knows completely who Kid Boo was, not just that if he loses Fat Boo, he will become this individual.
Wait, Dballz, why does Super Boo have to state it for us to know it?
You don't need to argue with D-Balls right now. That's like it's you don't need to argue that with him.
I'm gonna say you could jump in this too. He needs help. It don't make no difference to me, bro.
One of y'all gonna judge the debate now?
Okay.
I thought that's what Six was doing.
Okay. Anyway,
I was trying to get the VC calm because it sounded like everyone was just aping rather than like trying to figure out who won.
Okay, yeah, but
I think it's
anyway,
pretty obvious who won, but
I
go
was just,
ahead.
like my example for how it's proving that like he should remember Kid Buu is that like when he like transforms and absorbs people, we see that he can like actually still remember the past version. And D-Balls, I was like the personality argument, and specifically just the debunk D-Balls is debunked to that. I wasn't like using the personality
You
argument.
didn't debunk my point because in the examples you use, Buuhan's absorption doesn't affect him like it affected Kid Buu. I'm just being like, that's dead ass. You're giving a terrible example. Your point doesn't debunk what I'm saying. There's a clear difference in what the fuck Super Buu can do with his absorptions and what Kid Buu would do.
Completely know your arguments. What I explained to Six wasn't a lie, right? You're saying, right, that because like my example was relating to Buuhan and like Boo Tanks, right? But Kid Buu and like Fat Boo, right, are something to be drastically different, meaning
Bro,
that is
what
what
is
doesn't
this nigga
equivalent, right? That's what you're saying,
doing,
D-Balls.
Okay.
D-Balls. That's like your full argument.
Basically.
Okay. So yeah, I explained it perfectly. I'm saying in this case, we like come to the consensus that like the personality point specifically me explaining and proving why like his like personality specifically like doesn't like mean that he's like completely gonna change in person. His memory changes. Right? That's the reason I use that. That's like supporting evidence for the main point, like relating to the example I gave. Right? That like Boo tanks or Buuhan can still remember Boo tanks. So it's like all supporting evidence for that like one example.
But your point was supposed to be proving why he remembered Kid Boo. That's what it's about.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just trying to like, because that's what you just said out of your mouth. It doesn't matter if you remember Boo-Tang. I just explain why that wouldn't matter.
Let me say like if I like grind it down, crush it, so you can like.
My nigga, you can make it one word. It's still dumb as fuck what you're saying, and I explain why.
Dballz. Let's say it like this, right? Let's say like for example, right, in the personality point, right? Them like specifically like having completely different personalities due to the person they absorbed doesn't mean that like their memory is gonna change, right? So if we have that in mind,
but you didn't prove why Kid Boo would be in the same vein as Super Boo in this regard. You didn't show that. That's what I'm asking.
Let me get to that. Let me get to that one.
But you're just repeating the same shit. No disrespect, bro. You're saying the same thing, and you're not like showing me why this would be the case.
Did you get to? Did you get to like Did you eventually get to the point where you were proving that he would have knowledge of Kid Boo?
Yeah, never.
Like grinding.
Just saying the same thing, bro.
Okay, Dballz. Let's like I said, I can like grind it down hardly for you, right? Boo tanks or Buuhan remembers Boo tanks, right? You're saying the Kid Boo and like Fat Boo completely different. Okay, that's just fine. Let's explain that then. Oh my god, my name. Okay, let's explain that then, right?
Right, bro. Go ahead.
We have like the personality point, which is supposed to explain why their like personality doesn't affect their memory. Okay, yeah, right. So like essentially, Fat Boo should still remember Kid Boo, based off like the personality.
Based off what?
Fat Boo still remembers Kid Boo, and
what shows that Fat Boo still remembers Kid Boo?
Okay, that's like the whole point of the personality argument.
You didn't prove that. The problem I'm having with your example is you keep only using Buuhan, my nigga. Show me why this would relate to
Dballz.
You keep using Buuhan. I just explained why Buuhan, like personality in general, would not work.
In the personality point, like Buuhan doesn't matter. Okay, I'm saying right. If we apply the same logic, it doesn't matter, right? If we apply the same logic to like when absorbing somebody, right, doesn't like affect their memory. It doesn't matter if like in this case they're different. I'm saying when they just absorb somebody, their memory doesn't change.
Okay, and I don't believe that. That's my point. That's all I'm saying here. I don't believe you prove.
Okay, there's
you feel how you feel. I don't believe you prove that.
I don't see how what you said gets you to the point, or gets you the point that he remembers.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's like better if I explain it to you because like I don't think Dballz is understanding it really.
Go ahead. I was listening,
bro. You really need help. Your arguments are. You need help, bro. You really do.
Oh. Okay. 6. Like you understand everything I said, right?
Yeah. I don't see how it gets you to Kid Boo, or he remembers Kid Boo.
Okay.
So, I see how you could eventually lead it there, but I don't think you did it there.
Okay. So you're like fully in understanding the personality argument, right? Like how I'm saying like in personality when they like absorb somebody, like that doesn't affect their memory at all. And so I'm saying like Fat Boo should still remember Kid Boo. If they're like just their like personality changing drastically has nothing to do with their memory.
Bro, who gave my rank back? I just said remove it. What the fuck?
So like we're in like complete awareness of that. Then we have I don't like explaining it again. And then we just have like me saying, well, he would like reverse like Evil Boo or whatever, right? And then like he eats up like Fat Boo. He should still remember. He should still like retain the memory of Fat Boo.
Hold on. Do you say that in the debate?
Say what? Like verbatim what I said? Because I like when I was first explaining the point to like, what was his name? Dballz, right? I was first explaining that point. I went through like the entire history of the Majins. And when I was like first explaining why he should remember Kid Boo, like went up, I said, Kid Boo, then Fat Boo, then I was like explaining everything. That was like all to like fit into the point. So like just like when like what Dballz' argument was, right? I didn't like verbatim say that, but it was obviously all like included in my argument. And obviously,
hold on. You said you don't verbatim say it, but it's implicative of your argument.
yeah. Also, like obviously, it would like have to be the case. So, like for my argument, like Evil Boo, like or Super Boo remembering Kid Boo, like when he like reverses the Evil Boo, he absorbs him. Obviously, for my argument to work, like that would have to be included in there. The reason like I'm explaining that to you now is just like it's like better to understand like the entire argument, right? I'm saying like throughout each version of like Majin Buu, we see that like they should be able to remember each other, right? Like they remember like the last person, and like that last person like remembers the last person, right? Like they still all retain the same memories based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got that. I'm the only part I was wondering about is if you ever say, so based on this, he should remember Kid Buu.
Like which part? Like based on like what part he should remember Kid Buu?
The rest of your argument.
Okay.
But the conclusion you're currently trying to reach is that they remember Kid Buu.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if you ever get to a point where you say that verbatim.
Say that like he should remember Kid Buu?
Yeah.
I like repeated that multiple times at Dballz. I said, due to all of this, he should like remember Kid Buu.
Oh my god, this debate sounds like a mess. How long did this go on for?
And I was like, it wasn't even that long.
The thing is,
it wasn't that long. The longest part is this.
The thing is that both of you are not hearing each other's arguments. Both of you are not hearing each other's arguments. You just refuse to accept both of your arguments. That's why it became so circular.
You don't think I'm understanding his argument, my G?
I mean, like, no, wait. What I'm trying to say is that both of you are disregarding what each of each other are saying.
No, I'm fully understanding and listening to what Rage is saying. No bullshit. No
literally verbatim said.
All I'm saying is that the examples he's giving and the reasoning is fucking stupid, and I explained why it's stupid. I'm not ignoring it. I'm just explaining why it's wrong.
If only GT was canon, bro. If GT was canon, then what's his name?
All I'm asking him to do, right, is just to prove to me that Super Buu specifically, right, because obviously he isn't the same in terms of how he operates from Kid Buu and Fat Buu, would still have memories of like the power level of Kid Buu. That's all I keep asking for. And you keep saying shit that doesn't matter, bro. I don't
Dballz, what do you?
If GT was canon,
Dballz, what do you think changes somebody's memories, Dballz?
So look, you keep saying like a small personality change. Kid Buu to Fat Buu to Super Buu isn't small. They're literally different niggas, my G. Different niggas.
A small personality change.
Okay, then. So that's why I'm saying, right?
Well, okay, Dballz, what do you think? Like the quantity of the personality change should affect the mindset or the memory?
Well, one, I never even said they remember. Period, because nothing shows that. Nothing shows that Kid Buu, Fat Buu, Super Buu have knowledge, right, of each other. Let alone say if you could find proof that Super Buu knows of Fat Buu, that doesn't prove he knows of Kid Buu. Because if Fat Buu doesn't know anything about him, how the fuck would Kid Buu know? I mean, how the fuck would Super Buu know?
It doesn't matter.
It does.
Okay.
It does. It literally does.
Dballz,
You made him saying no bullshit, no rude shit. Just don't say anything for a bit. Just let us finish this.
All right. Because I just want to explain why, like, both of you are wrong in this situation.
I would debate you after this, and you could prove to me why.
No, I don't. No, I know. Like in anime, it would be Buu, and then manga would be Buuhan.
Oh my god. Okay. Can we?
What I'm trying to say is that the Majin thing is inconsistent because, as you can see, right, we all know Kid Buu when he was.
Hold on. Okay, no, this is
before you go into the, that's what I'm just saying. Just hold on for that part. You can say like everything you're saying.
Let's just move on. I don't care. Let's just move on.
Okay, if you can't prove he has knowledge, you lose. Is it?
Okay. No. Okay, that's like the only scaling chain, retard. What?
My homie, so what's your next line of scale? Because just to point out, your original premise was Buuhan just slaps. I just prove he doesn't. Your premise is fucking flawed.
No, Dballz. You proved based off of that one scaling that he doesn't. I'm saying I can.
No, dude. Your premise originally was that Buuhan does not lose. Period. Meaning, if I find one way of Kid Buu winning, you're done. Your premise is already.
You winning this argument doesn't mean Kid Buu wins.
6. Let me know if I'm bugging, right? His original premise that Buuhan could not be beat. Buuhan would not lose to Kid Buu. Period. He never specified. I proved that he would. because he no longer his line of scaling just fucking flaked.
GG.
So therefore, the premise he just conceded.
Dballz, verbatim, I just said I have another scaling.
Okay, so you concede on your original premise.
No, okay.
Take the L.
Damn.
Take the L.
This is violation to the highest degree.
Premise loss right there.
Violation.
If I say my premise is that Lockley
This should be illegal. Like, this is rated R violation.
It is my premise. I just lost. I conceded.
Okay, Dballz.
This was so unfair.
Damn.
Okay, Dballz.
Do we need to look up like
Take the L respectfully.
That's what I'm saying.
Take the L.
Yo, didn't I slap you on this topic, Dballz? Didn't I slap you on this topic?
Don't do this, Ang. Don't do this, Ang. Don't do this.
No.
Don't do this, Ang. Yeah, don't do it. Don't.
Didn't I slap you on this topic?
Don't do this.
Airtiger was judging. He even said I was stomping like rhetoric. Like my rhetoric was just way better, bro. Like
Dballz.
Rage, you can okay, so we can do our new debate where you have a new line of scaling.
Yeah, Dballz. Let me explain to you why like me losing one scaling doesn't mean my premise is wrong, right?
What?
My premise is that Dballz, shut up.
Dude.
I didn't say anything. You talking to the wrong nigga.
Can't take it.
It's okay, you losing, bro. Just take it humbly. We all lose, bro. You just talk shit and lost.
Okay, and anyway, right? Dballz, right? If like my original premise is that like Buuhan beats the shit out of him, right? My scaling, right, is to just like put Buuhan above him, right? You proving one scaling for Buuhan to be above doesn't mean Kid Boo's above.
You mean for Kid Boo to be above? So if I prove Kid Boo is above, he doesn't get the shit beat out of him.
Sure. You can prove like Kid Boo, right? You can go into your scale or whatever, right? And you can prove Kid Boo can be above.
No, you're not getting what I'm saying. Your
my scale.
Buuhan slaps. He booty fucks Kid Boo. I proved he does not booty fuck Kid Boo.
No, you
your premise is done.
Okay, Dballz. Okay, Dballz. Let's say I get into my next scale, right? And I beat the shit out of you, right? Then the scale is just done, right? That scale goes through. That means Buuhan still beats the shit out of Kid Boo because like,
if
yeah, okay. So let me get into
okay. What's your new line of scaling then? Let's entertain it. What's your new line of scaling? Don't let it be something stupid. I'm believing in you.
Okay. Anyway, right? Let's go like the most simplistic Buuhan scaling.
Dang, bro, how you losing the Dballz, bro? I slapped him on this topic. Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. It was no diff. I was there, bro. I was judging.
Atomic, it's like
Hey, bro. Hey, did you get your like shit clapped by airtiger?
Dballz, please don't. I'm sorry.
Rage. You know it was on his topic, right? Aren't you losing the Dballz right now? Yeah. Continue this debate, nigga. Continue losing. Aren't you getting slapped right now? Aren't you getting slapped right now?
Wait, Ang. Let him finish. Hit this.
This is rated R. Like I had to kick my sister out the room being such a violation, bro.
Rage, I'm believing you, bro. I'm believing you. I know this line is
anyway. Let me get into the next one.
Got you. Hit this shit.
He finna miss. He gonna miss his free open layup. No cap. He finna miss it.
You guys should stop. No, stop. You guys should stop that. You're discouraging him. At that point,
No, Rage was talking hella shit to me prior to this.
Sadly, I'm not going to get discouraged, right?
I don't want you to get discouraged. You just talk shit prior to this.
When I debated airtiger, right? I was beating the shit at airtiger on every single point. Then he like finally won a point and my family was done, right? That's what happened.
I got you. And you ain't beat me on nothing yet, G. Guess me
I don't care. I'm saying right. I'm saying right. Me like losing the first point doesn't matter.
You lost.
Because I got shit.
No, you must just be talking about airtiger. You ain't beat me in nothing.
What does this have to do with the debate?
Dballz, I'm saying
Dballz W.
I'm saying
got you. Focus on airtiger. You beat airtiger. That's cool. Beat me.
I didn't say airtiger.
You did not beat me, but I debunked his game.
Yeah, I didn't say beat airtiger. I said I beat the shit out of him on every single point.
Got you.
Nigga, you lost. Take the L,
bro. All I care about.
Hey, airtiger, you're gonna disagree with me.
Damn, bro.
Airtiger W.
I won. I don't know why you tripping, G. I won, you lost.
It don't matter what kind of debate we're
going. Did you win? No. Did you lose? Yes. So why does it matter? Focus on the debate Dballz. Focusing on the debate Dballz.
Airtiger just started debating a couple of days ago, bro.
Let me finish debating Dballz.
Got you. All right, everyone.
Debating Dballz, nah, getting violated by Dballz. That's what you need to be finished doing.
Pretty, please, bro.
Yo, Shut up,
let me finish. Shut up.
Yo, mute.
we should have done Lee versus Neji first. Okay, anyway.
You took this one.
Like, what did you say?
You took this one. You agreed to it.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm saying we should have done Lee versus Neji first. That's my
Got you. Well, sucks for you. Win this.
Okay. Anyway, do you agree like Buuhan's above Super Saiyan 3 Goku?
Why would I agree to that?
Okay. Do you want me to like give you like
give me proof? Give me proof that Gohan is above Super Saiyan.
Okay.
Right.
I was going to ask you first. Like, I don't have to like prove it or something.
Yeah, there's no reason for me to believe that. So no.
Okay,
Yo, 6. Didn't I slap you on Neji versus
like
Sakura?
he literally like goes up to Buuhan and is like, "Oh, I can't beat him." Actually, no. Actually, I'll show you.
I'm gonna say, why would Buuhan relate to like Gohan versus Goku?
Gohan? What are you talking about?
That's what you just. Okay, never mind. Maybe I misheard you. I could have sworn you just said like you agree that like Gohan is above Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
No, I said Buuhan.
Oh, okay. I don't mind that, bro. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you agree like Buuhan's above?
Yeah, I agree that Buuhan's above. That's cool.
Okay. Do you agree like Super Saiyan 3 Goku's relative to Kibu?
No.
Okay, you want me to like show you like Goku being able to react and like beat up Kid Buu?
Prove to me that Kid Buu's being serious in that fight.
Why would he be like? Why would he not be serious? Even if he's not, even if he's like playing around, obviously that's like within his character. Him playing around doesn't mean he's not using his full power.
If he's playing around, why would that mean he's using his full power? Show me that he consistently is like going on. Actually, hold on. On that note, are you saying that Kid Buu's doing the same amount of damage he's doing against Goku against Vegeta?
Why would that matter?
Because if he's fucking around with Vegeta and not just one tapping him, and I hope you're not about to say Vegeta's equal to Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? You don't believe they're relative?
No, I don't even think Vegeta's like relative to Super Saiyan 2 Goku.
Okay, so if that's the case, Vegeta's like, I can't fuck with this nigga, and Kid Buu scales above him, then Vegeta gets beat up by Kid Buu, he can handle it. Kid Buu obviously can fuck around and not like just one tap a nigga.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so prove to me in this instance with Goku, he's going all out.
Okay, your reasoning for like him not going all out is like just because he's like playing around with Vegeta or whatever, right? And he like doesn't one tap him, doesn't matter. I'm saying against like Vegeta, he can be like holding back specifically because Vegeta's far weaker. If he's
I'm about to send scans too to back up what I'm saying, just so I don't leave you hang.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm gonna send scans too.
Anyway, though, like we're saying, if like Goku,
but no, don't speak yet, my nigga. I'm sending my scans. Don't talk.
If you're like show
like how you gonna like
Dballz. If you're gonna show me scans proving what you said, you don't need to prove what you said. I agree that like Vegeta's like below Goku.
No, that's not what I'm about to send. I'm about to send that Kid Buu was fucking around with Goku. That's why I said like let me finish.
Dballz, I already like agreed that he's like playing around, right? Or he's like not like going like, or he's like how do I explain this? When he's like fighting Goku, he's like playing around, like he starts like dancing in the middle of the battle. I'm saying obviously.
Okay,
like,
you aware what Goku says in response to that, right?
Sure. What does he say?
Okay, cool. That's what I'm about to send to you. That's what I'm about to send to you. That's what I'm about to send to you. Okay. So Goku specifically states he keeps dragging this out. This little punk is having fun. Kid Buu's not showing fatigue, distress, nothing. He's chilling.
Okay, how does that relate to him holding
Okay,
back?
So I'm gonna take how he's reacting.
Completely fine.
I have to explain why all this goes together from what I'm saying, right? I'm gonna explain all of it. Just let me finish. Stop interrupting.
Go ahead.
We good?
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So Kid Buu's not looking distressed. He's not looking worried. We can compare this to when the Spirit Bomb's about to fucking nuke his shit, and he's visibly showing distress against it. So we know that when Kid Buu's not being pressured, he's chilling. He's having fun. And we know Kid Buu holds back generally because he doesn't just one tap Vegeta. And you agree that Vegeta doesn't go nowhere near Kid Buu. So Kid Buu holds back. Goku flat out states that the punk is having
back. Okay.
Hold on. He flat out states that Kid Buu is dragging it out and having fun. So this is giving us an implication that Kid Buu's fucking around and holding back. He's not going all out.
Anyway, right? When Kid Buu like is fighting Vegeta, that doesn't like prove what you're saying. Because when
did you just listen to one part of what I said, bro?
No, that's like the first thing we're gonna address.
The Vegeta part is not that important. What I'm saying is that Goku mainly flat out states that Kid Buu is dragging the fight out.
Address it at all. Okay, then we're gonna like disregard the Vegeta thing.
I'm not disregarding it. It's just not the main point. Don't disregard it. It's not my main.
The main point. I was like gonna address like your main point or whatever. I'm like explaining why like
get to the Vegeta point last. It's not my most crucial point. Talk about the Goku thing first. That's more pivotal.
Oh my god. Okay, the duels. I can like do both of them. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well I would prefer if you talk about the Goku one first.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
It is more important. The Vegeta one is not relevant. Not that relevant.
Okay, Dballz, you're gonna act like that. It's fine. Well, just the Goku one first, right?
Got you.
Goku's statement about like Kid Buu dragging it out doesn't matter, right? When Kid Buu's like dragging it out, when he's like referring to that, it's like Kid Buu like dancing or whatever, right? Obviously, that's referring to like Kid Buu not like trying to like outright kill Goku or like completely like murder him or whatever, right?
Hold on. Pause on that.
Okay,
if he's not trying to outright kill Goku, I wonder what that implies.
It doesn't really imply. It's just like
not outright Goku. What would he have to do? What would he have to do to not outright kill Goku? I mean, I wonder what he would have to do. If I'm not trying to kill somebody, what do I have to do?
I don't know.
Hold back.
Try to come to that conclusion yourself.
Hold back, maybe. Maybe not punch him as hard if I don't want to just fucking watch their shit. I wonder what do I have to do.
Dballz. I'm gonna stop you right there. That's not true. If you're like relative to somebody, let's say like I'm like sparring with somebody who's like relative to me or like we're equals or whatever, right? So like obviously I'm saying Goku's relative to Kid Buu. I'm not saying that they're exact equals, but
okay, and I don't agree with their relative. You haven't provided that.
It doesn't matter, Dballz. I'm just using an analogy for you.
Why are you getting so tight, nigga? I just said I don't agree. Relax.
Yeah.
Breathe.
You're interrupting me to say that. You don't need to say that.
Yes, I do. If I don't say nothing,
no, you don't. I'm trying to give you an analogy, and you're like, "Oh, I don't agree."
Your analogy is doo-doo butter, nigga.
Obviously, you didn't even let me get to the analogy, fat ass.
I already know it's doo-doo butter. Okay, I'm pre-cogging you, nigga. I know your shit's doo-doo.
Relax.
Okay, if you finish and it's doo-doo, I'm gonna be like, I told you so.
All right, go ahead. You can do
go ahead, dude.
Okay. Right? So let's say I'm like complete equals with somebody, I'm relative to them, whatever, right? I'm like equals to them. And then like we're sparring. Obviously, if like, it's just like a spar match, right? A friendly battle. We can still use our full power. Like we're not holding back, right? Like, but obviously I don't want to like outright murder you. It's like me fighting with a friend. Obviously, it doesn't mean like I'm gonna hold back on my punches, right? Because even if I were to use full power, I'm not like fully. Or even if I like, were trying to kill them, I'm not like fully capable of like one-shotting them or putting my fist through their body because we're equals, right? So obviously I'm not even going to be capable of that. So in this
you're not providing why they're equal. That's what I'm saying. That's the first like part. Okay. You're not providing equalness. Hold on.
Okay, do you want me to show you Goku like reacting to Kid Buu?
Hold on, because I'm gonna finish this. You can continue your whole thing, bro. You can say your entire thing. But if you're not gonna prove they're equals, and I'm giving you a argument to say the Kid Buu consistently showing he holds back, he's not serious.
Okay, that's fine.
Then you have to show like in this moment fall out. And your analogy does not work.
Okay, Dballz. Okay, let me say that to you then. Right? Your reasoning for like Kid Buu to be holding back is saying that like, oh, he's playing around. Oh, he doesn't want to kill Goku. And I'm explaining the analogy wasn't like to like point to him like not holding back. The part of the analogy was to say that like just because I don't want to kill somebody, right, doesn't mean that I'm holding back. I still use my full power and not like attempt to kill them. I'm not using.
Wait, how the fuck are you gonna use your full power to attempt to kill someone, but not trying to kill him?
What? I didn't say that. The fuck?
No, hold on. Like, I give a better example, right? Goku's going full power against Krillin, and he goes to punch him. Do you think if he's like, well, I don't want to kill Krillin, he won't still fuck him up? He won't kill him? Like, what are you talking about? You have to suppress the punch.
Dballz, I don't think you understand the analogy. I'm saying in this case, right? We have instances of Goku like fighting Kid Buu, reacting to him, right? Like punching him, doing all that, right? So I'm saying in this instance, if like Goku's shown relative to like Kid Buu, you're saying, oh, he's just relative to Kid Buu when he's holding back. So I'm saying in this instance, I'm specifically trying to negate the fact that he's holding back. So like I'm not like trying to show you like instances of like making like all these examples in the analogy isn't to say that like Goku's like equal to him or not holding back.
He's not relative. He's not relative.
Okay, Dballz, your argument for him not being relative.
I know. I'm just so look. Your point isn't working because in the moments where Goku is showing this relativity to Kid Buu, is when Kid Buu is flat out stated by Goku to be fucking around. And now shown hold on. And I gave
let me explain that then. Let me explain
Kid Buu consistently fucking around.
Okay, Dballz. I've already explained to you that like you not trying to kill somebody doesn't mean that you're not using your full power.
And that example and that logic is retarded. If I'm using full power, I can't not be trying to kill you. That does not make sense.
Yes, you can.
Show me. Matter of fact, show me within Dragon Ball that someone could be going full power, 100%, and not trying to kill. Present it.
Okay, no, right? Because if I'm like going to like show you that, that's also gonna be like going to be up to interpretation, right? Because like the only way I'd be able to show you, like,
if you can't give an example to back up your interpretation, is not valid.
I don't need to give you Dragon Ball.
I don't have to acknowledge it, bro. If you can't back it up with evidence, I don't have to acknowledge it. I gave examples for why Kid Buu is a person that holds back. I gave examples. I shown consistency in that character trait. I shown when Kid Buu is serious, he exhibits more. Hold on. I shown when Kid Buu is serious, right? Or I'm arguing it now that he shows more power than when he was suppressed. That will logically still be above Goku.
Okay, when does he like show more power than when he's suppressed?
Do you recall like Kid Buu holding back the Spirit Bomb?
What do you think? Like, okay, why do you think the Spirit Bomb is like stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku when he's like Super Saiyan 3 Goku at like the beginning of the fight?
Hold on. So you believe that Super Saiyan 3 Goku could have ended Kid Buu? Like it's the same as the Spirit Bomb?
No. I mean, no.
Okay, then. So the Spirit Bomb will be above fucking Goku.
No, okay, because Kid Buu was able to hold back the Spirit Bomb.
That would require AP, otherwise he would just get fucking kaput. He would just be done.
Yeah, obviously Kid Buu has relative AP to the Spirit Bomb. He's able to hold it back.
And what I'm saying is the Spirit Bomb scales above Goku.
Okay, why? Why is like the Spirit Bomb in base scale above Goku? Right? Because you just like tried to
wait, hold on, in base?
And then
you talking about Goku in base? What is Spirit Bomb base?
What
is Spirit Bomb? Like when Goku does like the Spirit Bomb in base against Kid Buu and then becomes a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he like gets Super Saiyan like while he's doing a Spirit Bomb. He like tries it in base and Kid Buu's able to hold it back. Then he goes to like into Super Saiyan. He gets like energy. Then he goes into Super Saiyan. Then like
are you aware who's like powering? Are you aware of like who's powering the Spirit Bomb?
Ew, show me.
Okay.
Hey, buddy, I want to talk about how like fucking this nigga Dballz, my big brother, fucking absolutely stomped Snape like on his fucking neck bone. Like,
oh my.
Real quick?
Relax.
Oh, you're recording?
Yeah, we recording this.
Oh yeah, airtiger, you're a nigger.
Yo,
that's why you don't tell people.
Why would you say that in story?
Wait, let me find it. I remember like when they started fighting Kid Buu in the chapter.
You just a hard R. I just can't go on YouTube. Come on now.
Come on.
Well, really,
Airtiger, I got you so good on your YouTube comments, bro.
Oh, shut up.
I'm not gonna catch you. He probably could just like ignore it. Maybe. I don't think he care for real.
Mutual Dballz. Mutuals.
DM me your TikTok and I got you.
Alright.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm scrolling through this really. Hopefully Biz don't fuck me over.
This time in the chapter I haven't been
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking for when Goku gets key like energy from Go.
Okay.
Oh wait, never mind.
That's like Gohan's relative or above him.
Gohan's like above SS3 Goku.
Yeah, are you gonna say that?
Why would I be wrong to say it? Would you disagree with it?
I'm not saying you're gonna be wrong. I'm like asking you if you're gonna say that.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I would say like Gohan could beat SS3 Goku.
Okay, why? Actually,
well,
it doesn't matter. Okay, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, let me see you the Spirit Bomb one first. So, like, you know what I'm talking about.
Even if like Gohan is above Goku, right? That'd be like completely fine because in this instance, Gohan isn't like obviously giving like 100% of his power. So why?
Wait, are you saying? Hold on. Are you saying in the situation right where Kid Buu's about to like he's a threat to the planet that Gohan would half-ass the energy he would give?
I didn't say he was half-assing. I was saying you can give.
Okay, so hold on. If you're not saying he's half-assing it, then he couldn't realistically not.
Okay, no. Let me explain it to you.
Go ahead.
Let me explain
I thought you about to say some dumb shit again, but go ahead.
If he's not using, okay, how much, like, what difficulty do you think Gohan would be able to beat Goku if they fought?
I don't know. He just beat him.
Yeah, okay. It's like, do you think they're relative? Do you think Gohan's beating him up?
I just think he'd beat him. I gave you my answer. He'd beat him.
Okay, that's fine. That's like a completely fine answer. That helps me, right? So we don't know like how much stronger Gohan should be than Goku, right?
You already agreed he beats him. Then that's all I need.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm saying like we don't know like how much stronger he is, right? That's like the only thing that matters. I agree. Like I didn't even agree Gohan beats him.
You did. You said that's fine. That's fine. You agree?
Dballz. Okay. No. Dballz. I like specifically worded it right. I said even if Gohan was above Goku, right? So
you said that's fine, bro. That's fine.
No, okay, Dballz. You're like selecting one word. I said, okay. I said even if Gohan was stronger than Goku, that'd be fine. That's verbatim what I said. I didn't just say, oh yeah, that's fine.
The amount of difficulty Gohan would have wouldn't matter as long as above Goku. That's fine.
Okay, yeah. In a fight, sure. I'm saying in this case, right? We don't know proportionate to the amount of energy Gohan put into the Spirit Bomb. Whether that
and you already agreed Gohan's not half-assing. You already agreed to that.
No.
So in this situation, unless he wants Goku to fucking die, it's more logical to say Gohan would be giving all the energy he can to support Goku. There's nothing that would narratively say he would.
Do you think he can give 100% of his energy, all of his energy? Obviously not, right? Because Ki is life energy. So if he were to give all of his like energy, like to Goku, he would like die.
You don't believe he could give a great percentage of it?
He could give a great percentage, right? It doesn't
matter.
Wait,
hold on. What the fuck shows when niggas run out of Ki, they just die?
Do you agree Ki is life energy?
No, show me when niggas lose Ki and Dragon Ball, they die.
Okay, that's why I asked you, do you think Ki is
No, just show me when niggas lose Ki, they die.
Oh my god, okay.
Because hold on. So to answer your question, right? Ki is life energy, right? But you would still have to prove, because like for example, say any other show that uses fucking life energy, right? When they just use it all, they just die. They just poof away. Just show me that in the case of Dragon Ball.
No,
hold on.
Poof away.
Just show me. Hold on. Just show me in the case of Dragon Ball that when niggas use up all the Ki, they die. That's all I'm asking.
Okay. You like verbatim agreed that Ki is life energy, right? So if we like know Ki is life energy, right? It's a source of energy, right? Completely tied to your life. If I like lose all of that energy, right? And it's like the energy tied to my life, it means I would die in return.
Why would that be the same logic within Dragon Ball?
Okay. Well, what? I'm not like applying different logic from a different series.
Because you're saying just because it's inherently life energy, right?
Like,
hold on. You just asked me, bro. You just made a claim and I'm speaking on it. Which one do you want? Me to not say shit and you just talk, or me to respond back? Which one?
I asked you a question.
Okay then, nigga. So let me finish it. Let me reply to the question. Like I don't.
Okay, no. The question was like asked while you were replying. You didn't like hear the full question.
So wait, Ki can be life energy, right? But that does not inherently mean with Dragon Ball logic that when someone uses up their Ki, they just die. That doesn't inherently mean that.
Okay. The Dballz. This is the question I asked you. Do you know what life force? Well, do you know what life force is? You know what life energy?
Explain it to me. I don't know. Explain it to me.
Okay. And it's like literally right. Life energy, like the energy tied to your life, right? Obviously, like it's pretty clear cut, right? And energy that's like tied to your life. So I'm saying if like it's like this. I have like something like attached to like my leg. Like I have like something like a I don't know like a metal like implant in my leg or something, right? That metal implant, right, is like tied to my leg. It's almost like the same thing as my leg, right? If that metal implant gets like completely sliced in half, and it's like literally inside of my leg, right? It's tied to my leg. So if that metal implant gets destroyed, by proxy, that means my leg got destroyed. So I'm saying in this case, we have life energy, right? Which is tied to your life, right? It's a force specifically predicated on your life, right? If you were to lose all of that energy, right, that's interchangeable with your own life, that means you would die.
Prove me that's the same case within Dragon Ball.
Oh my god. Okay.
And the reason why I'm saying this, right, is because fiction. Hold on, it's because fiction doesn't have to work on like logical rules all the time. They can do weird.
I'm not putting anything in. Okay, yeah, sure. Fiction sometimes, right, can like completely like work out of logic. But obviously, when we're debating, right, like obviously we're gonna like logically go like, okay, when we debate, we go off like the most logical conclusions, right? Obviously, even when like, when we're debating fiction, there's always like a chance for something to be like the complete illogical answer to be the case, sure, right? Like somebody like defying gravity, like a normal human, like jumping 10 feet into the sky, right? It's completely illogical. But in fiction, it can always happen. It doesn't matter though, right? Because I'm saying, well, like unless it's like specifically shown in fiction that it works outside of logic, right? Or like,
well, no, you have to prove it works with what you're saying.
No, okay, no,
because hold on, you're making the interpretation that when someone runs out of ki, they die. You're making that interpretation, and I'm asking you to present to me that within Dragon Ball, this is the case. That's all I'm asking you to do.
Yeah, okay, and then that's why.
And you're just giving me your interpretation, and you already agree. Hold on, you already agree. Fiction does not have to work in the most logical ways. Like in fiction, logically, niggas should not be able to go at the speed of light, but they can.
Yeah, okay, and what I'm saying.
So I'm asking you to prove, right, in this case with Dragon Ball, that it works on the logic that when niggas run out of ki, they die.
Yeah, okay, Dballz, right? I'm saying, in this case, right, or when we debate fiction, we would like obviously like automatically go with the answer that's logical. That's why we don't like assume things like when somebody says, "Oh yeah, like I scale my character above yours, now my character wins," right? Obviously, like in a versus debate, when you like scale your character higher in AP, speed, and whatnot, right? Your character wins, right? So obviously that'd be the case, right? But in fiction, it can go either way, right? So in that case, it doesn't need to work out in logic. So we can like the person like lost on their scaling, right? Can just say, oh well, in fiction, right? It doesn't need to work under logic, meaning my character can still beat yours, even if your character completely scales above it every single way, right? Something retarded like that. When we debate, we go for the most logical answer. We don't like assume the illogical. Obviously, right?
Well, hold on.
I don't need to.
We assume what works within the verse itself. Because within the verse itself can be an illogical thing. It's stupid. So still, you have to prove why in Dragon Ball what be valid. Because otherwise, you're just making an assumption. Okay. You're just saying, well, that would be the case because this is the most, to me, the most logical. Why is your interpretation of what's logical within the verse the objective truth of how that would work in verse? That's all I'm asking. And you keep avoiding it. Stop. Just show me.
Okay, Dballz, what I just explained to you just like flew way over your head. I'm not.
It didn't, bro. It didn't. You keep repeating the same thing. All you're saying is what we work on is the most logical thing. I explained why what you're saying would not inherently prove what you're saying. I already said that, and you keep having me repeat it. So we just go to the next point because this is like retarded. You're just like repeating the same thing. You're repeating the same shit over and over.
Also, like Dballz, when we debate, we don't like go with what makes most sense in the verse, or like we would, unless like it's like this, right?
I'm about to say you would, right? You wouldn't say ki works the same as chakra because it's fucking life energy, or they say it's like fucking spiritual energy.
Like, I don't even think chakra is life energy, but that doesn't matter.
No, I'm just saying you wouldn't just make that connection inherently. You got to say, okay, working compared.
Well, yeah,
we have these differences, and that's how we distinguish chakra from ki.
Okay. Yeah,
or you want to say magic within Black Clover is the same as like ki within Dragon Ball, just because they share like a similarity that can connect.
Okay, you keep Dballz, you keep giving dumb analogies. Neither of those.
I'm not giving dumb analogies. You're just fucking retarded.
Magic and chakra aren't life energy, nigga. Doesn't matter.
I'm saying, hold on. When I brought up magic and ki, right, or magic and chakra, I'm just saying that. Like in the situation of say magic was in some way related to life force, right? It relates to the person's like spiritual self, and that doesn't mean that because ki also does that they relate to him. You don't just make these connections because that'd be the most logical case.
In the example you're giving, you're like in the example you're giving, you're allowing like magic to branch out, right, and have like different like.
I'm not allowing it, nigga. That's just an example. That's not saying what the fuck I agree with.
I don't know. No. I'm saying within the analogy. I don't care if you agree with that or not.
Okay, bro. Look, it don't matter. What's your next point?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's like the whole fucking repeat.
The whole point of us going on that, right, was like.
Okay, so I'm about to show an interview that Akira has where like he states he makes the stronger villain smaller. All right.
Broly and Jiren have entered the chat.
Broly and Jiren are irrelevant. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Okay. So you think? Yeah,
I'm just playing the comic.
Dballz. So you
wait, do you know the thing I'm talking about before I send it? Before you even about to say anything, do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, no, I don't. But I mean, if you want to send it, you can.
Okay, before you speak on it, I would hope if you know what the fuck I'm speaking about before you talk on it.
Okay, well, no, you already explained what you're going to send. You're going to send a Kira saying he makes the stronger villain shorter, right? That's what you just said, right? So I already know what you're going to send. I'm not aware.
And you can't argue super, because then you would be insinuating that this is something that he keeps consistent throughout like the next series. So don't do that.
No, I don't need to do that. It's like
okay. So argue why this wouldn't be the case with NZ.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think like not saying so Frieza like during the Frieza saga is above like let's say like Cell, right? You think
okay, I don't think okay, hold on. So just to like answer what you're saying, right? Cell and Frieza both carry the same like narrative thing that Akira's saying that he gives the final villains. He makes them look less intimidating than their previous selves. Look at Imperfect Cell and then look at Perfect Cell. Imperfect Cell realistically, hold on, let's not be petty here. Imperfect Cell realistically looks more intimidating than Perfect. No bullshit, no gimmicks.
Hold on, I won't even bullshit you. Let me explain that. I won't even like bullshit with you here.
Got you.
Imperfect Cell, not Imperfect Cell, or like semi-perfect Cell or Imperfect Cell, either one, right? Neither of them look intimidating. Both of them look gross and disgusting. They don't look intimidating. There's a big difference. They both look nasty, disformed, and disgusting, right?
Well, so wait. So in the case, right, when Akira's saying it, he's more so saying he likes to subvert expectations, right? So to him, when Akira's speaking of a character, wait, hold on, let me finish. When he's making a character, right, and he makes them scary and intimidating and gross looking, in his head, he's saying like people are gonna think this is the big dog, the real nigga here, and I'm gonna fuck him up.
Okay.
This different form. That's just basic.
Dballz. If you look at Dballz. If you look at like Imperfect Cell, right, and you look at his demeanor and how he carries himself, then you look at how Perfect Cell acts, right? His demeanor, how he carries himself. You're not gonna think this like goon, this like ugly ass nigga, right?
I disagree. Did you see what Imperfect Cell did when we like first met him? Are you aware? Like, do you know?
Okay, no. I don't care about his actions, right?
No, hold on, because it relates to what I'm saying.
No, I don't think it does.
So hold on. Guess what I'm about to say then? Because if you guess wrong, you fucking retarded. Because I'm actually let me finish. You keep interrupting like you know. Say verbatim what I'm about to say. Go.
Already made your point clear. It doesn't matter. Dballz.
What am I about to say? Just repeat it. Go.
Nigga, I don't care what you're about to say.
Oh, so you don't care about the debate, nigga? Debate.
Okay, Dballz.
I'm about to say. You don't care about the debate.
Okay, Dballz.
Let me finish fucking talking, nigga. I just asked nicely. I asked you nicely. Let me finish talking. You being weird, nigga. Stop being weird. Stop being weird. Let me finish my fucking point. You're not winning anywhere. You're
Dballz.
Getting doo-dooed on and the server's singing. Stop being fucking weird.
Dballz, shut up. Dballz, relax.
No, you shut the fuck up. I just asked you nicely. Let me talk. I don't know why you're being weird for BC. No one thinks you're cool. No one thinks you're winning.
Weird.
You look dumb as fuck.
Okay,
Let me finish what I'm about to say and then you can talk. I'm asking nicely.
Dballz. Okay, Dballz.
Shut the fuck up. I don't care what you're about to say. I asked you nicely to talk.
Relax.
I asked you nicely to talk. If what you about to say next isn't you can finish what you was about to say, I don't give a fuck, my nigga. I don't care.
Yo, Dballz, calm down with the Black Air Force One activity.
Oh God!
I just asked this nigga respectfully. Let me finish my point.
Dballz, why are you trying to act like Kid Buu?
God damn.
Dballz, why are you trying
like a monkey right now? Calm down. All right. Take the like do rag off and stop acting like a coon.
Right? I'm not acting like a coon because you're being blatantly rude, my nigga. Okay, that's not coon activity.
Dballz.
You're being rude as fuck. You telling me to be chill about it. Suck my dick, nigga.
Activity. Okay, yeah. Okay, you don't think that was coon activity? So that's up.
No, if I just ask you to let me finish talking and you're not gonna let me finish, how the fuck am I the coon because you're being rude? That doesn't make sense.
Okay, Dballz.
I don't care what you're about to say next. Let me finish what I was about to say. I'm gonna keep you on my coon activity.
Just let Dballz speak. Just let Dballz speak.
I don't know why you're being weird as fuck about it. You don't know verbatim what I'm about to say, so why are you trying to like pre-talk it?
I do.
I don't care. You can say my name 80 more fucking times, bro.
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
Do you want me to tell you what you were going to say? Like what?
Okay, precog it. Say exactly what I was about to say verbatim.
No, I don't need to say it verbatim. I know
you do. Otherwise, you don't know what the fuck I was gonna say.
Dballz.
So you don't know.
Dballz, if I understand your argument, I don't need to say verbatim. Okay.
You do because you're saying you know my argument. If you mess up, a little bit and it's not my full point, then you don't know my argument. So go.
Dballz.
Go ahead. I'm giving you the floor. See how I can be respectful? I'm gonna give you the floor. Say what I'm about to say.
Oh my god, Dballz, this entire debate, you've like gotten out your point. Stop acting like a monkey.
Say what I'm about to say. I'm giving you the floor. You just said you're about to say it.
Okay, Dballz, okay. You're saying, right? When Imperfect Cell shows up, he does major actions, right? Big villain actions. So that like A's better to the point that like
that's not what I was about to say. So you didn't fucking know. That's not what I was about to say though. Like, are you, bro? I gave you the opportunity to prove that you was gonna spit some real shit and actually, like, maybe I was being petty, right? But you just blatantly proved you don't know what that wasn't what I was going to say.
You are being petty. Okay.
I'm not. Okay, so if you let me say what I'm about to say and it's anything like what you're about to say, I'll shut the fuck up.
Sure, go ahead. Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so using what Akira says, he makes the villain more intimidating, right? To subvert when he makes them look like basic as fuck. When we see Imperfect Cell, he has a more intimidating overall presence than Semi-Perfect Cell and then Perfect Cell, because we find him fucking feeding on niggas' bodies, not just the act of him killing niggas, sucking them dry with the Gok 9000. He looks ugly. He has a gross sounding voice within the anime. He gives off a more intimidating presence than Perfect Cell, who overall has a more humanoid appearance. And realistically ignoring the power, because that's not what I'm saying, nothing to do with power, Perfect Cell is not as intimidating as Imperfect Cell. He's way more approachable than Perfect Cell.
Okay.
So now go.
Okay, Dballz. If right now I explain to you why what you just said was the same argument as what I explained to you.
No, you just said his actions was more big villain shit. That's not even
Dballz. No, in the Dballz.
No, just go finish what you were saying, bro. Finish what you were saying.
Okay.
Please, bro.
If I like explain to you in perfect detail why what you
it's cool, bro. I already said what I said. You can go finish what you were saying. It's cool.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm finishing it. Okay, Dballz. When I say that, right? If I explain to you in perfect detail why what you just said was the same as the argument I made, or that
homie, I just said you could just finish with your rebuttal, right? I already explained. That's all I want to do is just finish what I was saying. You can go with your rebuttal now.
Okay, because you're acting like him. Okay, that's fine.
I'm not acting like a monkey. You're being a fucking dickhead.
Okay, Dballz. That's like that's like that action right there was a monkey action.
Calling you a dickhead is a monkey action?
Yeah, that yes.
How? Explain it.
Debate. Okay.
What was monkey? Why can't I tell you what you're saying?
Dballz in a debate when we're being civil. When I say, "Oh yeah, suck my dick, nigga," right? Obviously,
wait, why does it? This isn't a fucking presidential debate. Why do I have to be like extremely civil to you? Especially when you was just being flat out like fucking cocky and bragging prior to this.
When did I say you had to be civil? I'm saying you're acting like a monkey. I didn't say you had to be civil.
I'm not acting like a monkey. Hold on. If we're basing off this, right?
Ask me to explain.
Wait, hold on.
Like a monkey.
And I'm about to explain you why what you're saying doesn't make sense.
Okay,
you came with the energy.
This is a huge
bro. Why are you keep doing this when I'm about to say something? You don't know what I'm about to fucking say. You don't know. Just let me finish. When I say just let me talk, I'm asking you, bro. Stop being weird.
Oh my god. Okay.
If you want to be civil, let me talk. Otherwise, you're being a fucking hypocrite.
Oh my god. Okay. Dballz. Right?
Stop calling, bro. Stop calling my name. Stop calling my name, bro. I'm asking you, let me finish what I was about to say.
I'm calling your name so you can shut the fuck up.
I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep talking, my nigga. Like, what are you talking about? I just asked you, let me finish my point. If I can't finish the fucking point, you won't understand what I'm about to say. If you don't care, then we don't need to debate it. We don't need to debate. We good.
Okay, if you want to debate,
you already got dogged on already. I don't know why you're being a fucking weird ass about it.
Okay,
you have to care about what the fuck I'm saying, otherwise we can't debate.
Okay,
we literally
okay, Dballz. Reason I cut you off because it's a red herring. We're gonna continue on this red herring. Let's continue on the.
You the one brought it up. You the one brought it up. All I asked for how am I being a monkey. You came onto YouTube right and talked.
Obviously.
Hold on, my nigga.
That question.
Hold on. You already losing this. You're not gonna gain nothing. You came on YouTube talking shit saying you will body bag me. Now we're here and you're getting fucking dogged on. So excuse me. Hold on. Excuse me for not being polite to a nigga you didn't come polite. I'm so sorry I didn't come polite to a bitch ass nigga. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
Okay.
If you come correct, I'll treat you the way you
Dballz, I accept your apology, Negro. Let's continue the debate. I accept your apology.
I'm not apologizing to you, bitch. Finish your point. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm not like a bitch, nigga. Yes, you did apologize. You said the
finish your point, bro. You can't be losing, bro. You can't.
Okay, Dballz, shut up.
Finish your point.
Okay,
hurry up, nigga. You keep saying okay. Finish. I just said finish. Go.
Yes,
talk.
Nigga. You keep talking.
Talk.
Damn.
Talk. You keep crying, nigga. Talk.
Dballz, shut up. Okay.
Bro, I just told you to talk. Don't tell me shut up. Talk. Someone's that.
Okay, the Dballz. When I said like shut up, you didn't like need to give like a rebuttal.
Don't say shut up. You can't be like, well, you're not being civil. You didn't say shut up.
Oh my god, Dballz.
Like what, nigga? The pot calling the kettle black, nigga. Shut up. Suck my dick, nigga. Bitch ass. Finish your fucking point. Finish your fucking point. Hurry up, bro. Finish your point. Finish your point.
Be quiet.
I'm not gonna shut. Look, the moment I say talk. Just talk.
4 seconds.
I said talk. Go.
Okay.
I don't get violated like this, bro. Come on now.
Exactly. Okay, Dballz. I'm saying.
Nigga.
Oh my god, Dballz.
I'm talking to myself. Keep
Bro,
talking.
there's no need for you to keep repeating his name. Just start talking.
Yes, I've already like been talking. Like he's talking. Dballz, just stop talking. Okay. I'm saying Cell in this case, right? Imperfect Cell, right? He doesn't have like a scarier demeanor based off his actions, right? How imperfect Cell carries himself, right? Obviously, he even like in character refers to himself as like an imperfect being, right? He says, "Oh, like I'm imperfect," right? That's why he's trying to absorb the androids. His entire narrative is him being incomplete. So when he absorbs like Android 18, then he absorbs Android 17, and he becomes like perfect Cell. He has the complete God complex, right? The complete mindset that now he's completely perfect, and he carries that perfect demeanor, right? He carries himself as a being that like considers himself perfect, right? But when he's like imperfect Cell, he doesn't have like the androids like absorbed or whatever.
You forgot all about me.
Right? He like has the complete narrative as him at that current stage as a character. So I'm saying when he becomes completely perfect, right? Then he's like completely like one with his character and whatnot. And now he's like reached a full narrative and now he's like scarier. And also I don't even think like I don't know why we're like comparing like Cell and his later versions. Because honestly we already knew like imperfect Cell wasn't going to be the final villain. We got like literally call him imperfect Cell.
That's not what I said. I never said that.
Okay, I know you didn't say that, right? I'm saying like his demeanor. Yeah. Okay, I'm saying his demeanor never even like told us that he would be the final villain. Well, like the example I gave you was like Perfect Cell and like Frieza. I don't know why we're on like whether Imperfect Cell is like scarier than like Perfect Cell, right? We should be like comparing Frieza and Cell. I don't know why we're like on that complete tangent anyway.
Okay, well, I already said my point on Cell. I want to repeat myself. We could talk on. You can go first. I'm gonna give you the entire floor. Let me know when you're done.
Why you want to like conclude whatever?
No, speak on Frieza. Like, this would be still with the same point. Like after we done with Frieza, then we can like end it. I guess like talking about why. I guess I would finish it talking about Kid and how what I'm saying relates to him, and then we could conclude.
Okay. Anyway, like the reason like Cell, like Perfect Cell, right, should be like scarier than Frieza, or not scarier than Frieza, or like because like your entire argument is like he makes like the literal characters of, like, hold on. Okay, anyway, you're saying like the little characters, like due to like their smaller demeanor, they should be like stronger. But yeah, so I'm saying right, Frieza. Actually, yeah. In this case, right, you agree like Frieza has like he's a smaller demeanor, right? Even like what Toriyama's saying, right? The characters like look less scary. So you agree like Frieza's like he's gonna carry that same big boss like vibes as Cell.
Wait, just to explain what I mean, because I feel like you like misunderstand. I'm not saying that like because Frieza looks less intimidating than Cell, he's stronger than Cell. I'm saying within the arc, right? So when we look originally at Frieza, we have no awareness of his. We don't know anything about it, right? And as he goes through these forms, we have this logic of, oh shit, this one looks like the big boss. Like this is the one that's gonna fuck shit up. This is the nigga. And then he goes to his final form, and niggas is just like, he looks like a woman. He looks like a bitch. And then he's bodying everybody. I'm not saying that because Frieza looks less scary or than Cell, he's stronger than like Cell. That's not what I'm saying. Nothing to do with that. It's in the arc, for the arc specifically.
Can you like re-explain that? I did do something.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, right, my point is based more in the arc itself, not overall. I'm not saying because, for example, like Kid Buu looks like a little kid. He's fucking stronger than any villain who looks intimidating or more scary than him. What I'm saying is specifically, for example, like for Frieza, right? When we initially see his forms before the final form, we have this expectation in our head that this is the big boss. This is the one that's going to fuck shit up. This is the big dog. And he goes into his final form, and it's just kind of like, he looks like a female. He looks like a bitch. What is he going to do? And then he fucks everybody up. It's that subversion of what we expect and then flipping it to something else and be like, oh, okay. So when we look at Kid Buu, we have Super Buu, who looks a lot like just presence, intimidate, everything. He comes off more like he should be stronger than like Kid Buu. You know, he has everything that's like let us have this interpretation he should be above him. And then Kid Buu comes out. And even like Vegeta's like, oh, he's smaller. He's a pipsqueak. And Kid Buu, even Goku feels more confident in fighting him. And then he gets doo-dooed on because it's subverting. It's about flipping it. Kid Buu looks like he should be weaker. He should be manageable to the group, but that isn't the case. And that's it.
Okay, so you're saying like Kid Buu in this case. Actually, you're not saying like just him being smaller, right? And that like subverting our like expectations, right? You're saying like the reason why he should be stronger than like Buuhan, right? Is because like as a character, he's like subverting our expectations, right? He's like the final villain. And because of that, he should be like stronger than Buuhan, even though he looks smaller, less intimidating, right?
Yeah, and also to add to this, right? Do you remember when like Super Buu was turning into Kid Buu? He turns to his big self, like he gets in that buff form.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when they're looking at him, they're like, "Oh shit, this shit looks serious." And then he turns into Kid Buu, and the entire tone changes. Goku's like, "Okay, whatever." Vegeta's just flat out clowning the nigga for being little. Yeah, so that's like just to add that in.
Were just kind of like a waste of time. Yeah, the last ones were just a waste of time. Then I was just like explaining why I don't think that necessarily puts Kid Buu above Buuhan. So
okay, you could finish what you were saying. I don't know if I cut you off.
Okay, so Kid Buu, right? He's like looks less scary, right? And that's what like those Z fighters obviously they like feel more confident that they can like beat Kid Buu based off of that. I think right in that case, it's like helping more towards like, oh yeah, Kid Buu, he may look shorter, he may look smaller, he may look less intimidating, but he's still strong enough to kill Goku, right? Or he's still strong enough to like put up a challenge, right? He's strong enough to completely subvert our like expectations. We're thinking, oh yeah, he's gonna be weaker, right? He's gonna be like this little pipsqueak. He's gonna be like easy to defeat, right? Sure, right. In this case, right, I don't think that puts him above Buuhan because we can like interpret that as multiple things. In this case, we can interpret Kid Buu, right? Just like looking like less intimidating, looking weaker, right? As like a way for us to think, oh yeah, he's gonna be easier to defeat. We got a lucky break. And he turns out to be just as hard to defeat, right? Or even harder, right? So in that case, doesn't help your argument. That just like is more of like a narrative point to say, oh yeah, Kid Buu, based off of his demeanor, doesn't make him weaker than anybody else that's like bigger or scarier. Doesn't put him above Buuhan. That just does like to go towards the point of like, oh yeah, he shouldn't be like weak based off of his appearance. That can be interpreted as multiple things.
Well, using like my scan of Akira stating he likes to make the stronger villains smaller, right? Then it would be saying that he would have to be stronger than Buuhan for that narrative. Hold on, for that narrative that Akira likes doing to work. Otherwise, Akira is just not doing what he says that he likes doing.
Okay, well, we already went over that. You're not arguing that like just because he's smaller, he should be like the strongest villain, right? So, like,
yeah, I'm not saying just in general, like he smacks Jiren and shit. I'm not saying.
Yeah, right. And I'm saying even in regards to this arc, right? Like let's say like no, I don't need to get that, but that's fine. Like, let's say like in this case, right? We have like even in just like regards to this arc, right? I'm saying Kibu can be like a drop in power, right? Because even in this case, like, even like in relation to this arc, since we have like multiple like different versions of like let's say like this. Do you think like I don't really want to give another cell example. Do you think like imperfect cell is like scarier than semi-perfect cell? Or do you think semi-perfect cell is like scarier? Like which one do you think is
I would say. So wait, let me be more clear. I would say that semi-perfect cell holds the same logic that I'm saying, right? We assume that like semi-perfect cell would be like this super powerful being, but he gets like dogged on. And then we have like Cell have these more softer features. Like just look at the way they look. Look at the way that they're presented. They are meant to give off this more intimidating role, right? It doesn't have to be a reflection of their literal power, but just more so that when we look at Perfect Cell, he has these soft features. You know, no cap, no homo, nigga handsome. Cell look good. Cell got a nice, like he has a very humanoid appearance and his face is very approachable. He looks less intimidating, right? But he's the strongest out of the niggas we've seen. Hold on. No, don't do that. Don't do that again. I'm being 100. Yeah. I'm being honest, bro. I'm being 100. I'm being 100. I'm being 100. Y'all not about to judge me now. But yeah, that's my point. I'm being 100, bro.
Kind of down bad, but we gonna ignore that. That's why it's kind of down bad.
Yeah. So we can just like you got anything to say after that?
I think I've like already addressed it enough, but essentially overall, I'm just saying, in the examples you gave, right? Just him like being smaller and weaker, just like I interpret that as like him just like Toriyama again just like subverting our like expectations, which is the same like it's along the same lines of like why he likes to like make these villains like weaker or like look weaker and then them be massively stronger. It's because like in a narrative way he's able to like subvert our like expectations and whatnot, right? He's doing the same thing here. So he should like enjoy this just as much, even if he's like not and like directly making Kid Buu stronger, in relation to like overall like story wise and like why like Toriyama should like doing that. It's just the same effect, right? He's still subverting our like expectations in the same way. He's just not like making Kid Buu completely stronger. He's still doing the same like narrative like trick that he likes to do. So in this case, he like it still aligns with the scan you sent. That evidence still aligns with what I'm saying. It's not like it like only going towards your interpretation. It can still fit into mine.
Okay. My conclusion is just that I believe I provided specifically an example like just why Kid Buu would fit this narrative thing that Akira likes doing with his characters, and it wouldn't work. Like my opponent arguing that like it could be he's just not as weak as they anticipated it wouldn't work because narratively he would have to be greater than the previous. That's the point. Like Kid Buu's supposed to be this nigga who is like not supposed to look stronger than everybody else they fought, but is like he's this. That's the surprise. He's like a fucking big dog, big mammoth ass nigga, black Air Force energy. You know, he just slaps his dick on everybody there, and you don't expect that because you're like, okay, we just fought fucking Buuhan. We could for sure handle this. Like this nigga should be greater, but Goku's getting dogged. Vegeta's getting dogged on. Everyone's like getting dogged on, even like when he pulls out the spirit bomb and needs assistance for it. So I would say narratively it's backed up that Kid Buu would have to be stronger than the previous incarnations of himself. And that's my conclusion.
So I wasn't like concluding the point, but I mean if you want to say that's a conclusion, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I guess
like,
really, I don't think I got the there's like more stuff I guess I could show. Let me just go through my shits.
I mean, like after this, I think we just like conclude the debate. Like airtiger says, like 2 hours. You can just like end it.
Yeah, I got you. So we already like talked everything on the spirit bomb, just to make sure we have like a clear understanding of each other. Right. Can you hear me? You hear what I asked? Thank you. Cell is kind of fun. I'm being 100 here, bro. Technically, he did eat 18, bro. So like, I'm gonna say that Bussy
like,
should be popping.
It's like bugging me. Okay, whatever.
Okay, wait, my shit like completely lagged out. Then, so what did you just say?
He was like lying. He's like he kept like spamming, turning on his camera on and off. Is like really annoying.
Yeah, so like just so you recall, like my spirit bomb point, just so we don't forget it. I was saying that like the spirit bomb would scale over the likes of like everyone, ignoring I guess just everyone. Like he would be over the likes of like Buuhan, etc. Right? You don't have any like problems with me saying that?
Repeat that?
You don't have any problems with me saying the spirit bomb should be like over Buuhan, doing him being like over Gohan and etc.
No, obviously.
Or like, do you need me like to show you the mention that like the spirit bomb held like power from all over the universe and shit, and that's what it took to like defeat Kid Buu? And like Goku needed to go like Super Saiyan to do it.
So why is the spirit bomb like stronger than Buu?
Well, like if the base spirit bomb is universal, right? Prior to Goku going Super Saiyan, since like it wouldn't change anything. Spirit bomb by itself is universal. Kid Buu has a feat that Buuhan doesn't. Goku needs to go Super Saiyan in order to completely doodle on that nigga, but it wouldn't matter because we just know the base spirit bomb has his universal level of power. Like I'm gonna send it because they like state that being the case.
But what you think, like it being universal puts it above Buuhan?
Because Buuhan doesn't have a universal feat.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter then, because I think I've already like directly scaled him above Kid Buu, so I'm saying we should just conclude that.
Well, it would matter, right? If character A has a feat that character B doesn't, even within inverse, it would scale them above.
Okay, if character A has a universal feat and character B is above character A, then character B would be universal as well. I'm saying,
well, character B would need a feat to prove he's over character A.
Well, yeah, I'm saying I've already like directly like used scaling to put him above him.
Wait, so what did you use to scale him above? What feats?
Okay, I said this Buuhan above Super Saiyan 3 Goku relative to like Kid Buu. That's like the points we were just on.
Oh, okay, the one you lost. Okay, so you didn't like. How did you? What are you talking about? You didn't prove that Goku was relative.
Okay, you can think that. We can just like conclude the debate then. It's fine.
Okay, got you. Just making sure.
Okay.
All right. So you want to go first or me?
No, you can go first. Since I
okay, got you. Okay, I feel like my opponent didn't even prove anything here. He lost the first point, and on to this one, he argued that like Kid Buu is relative to Goku. I gave an argument saying that Kid Buu was holding back. I gave consistent showings that Kid Buu holds back against his opponents. I gave an example when he's actually pressured that he shows feats greater than what Super Saiyan 3 Goku should be able to produce in regards to the Spirit Bomb. So I feel like I proved that a suppressed Kid Buu, I guess, would be like relative, but it wouldn't change anything because we know like Kid Buu and actually trying would scale above that. And even that suppressed like Kid Buu is still fucking around, so it wouldn't matter. And I gave a narrative argument for why Akira likes making the stronger villains smaller and less intimidating. I feel like I backed that up with my explanation involving like Frieza and Buu. And I'm pretty sure that's it. So you can go. That's everything from me.
In like conclusion on like this entire like point, they have already like explained to multiple times that like it doesn't like that Kid Buu with him like playing around doesn't equate to him like holding back. I said you can like play around or even like not wanting to kill somebody and still use your full power. He can still be like exerting his full force, right? But he still doesn't want to like outright end Goku. And so like obviously he's not gonna like start brutally beating down on him. He's going to like hit him with like his full force, right? And then try to like dance or egg him on, right? And just like prolong the battle. doesn't like all equate to him holding back. Then we went on to like him saying that like Kid Buu as like him being like smaller and how Toriyama likes to do that. It's like make him stronger. And I already like kind of gave like a definitive like declarative statement on that one. I said that like I gave an interpretation where like his like supporting evidence also falls into my interpretation. So he had like it'd be if anything equal interpretation on that. So then that like whole point wouldn't even matter. Because like I explained to like an interpretation on the whole thing is Toriyama, right, liking to like as like a narratively likes to subvert our like expectations and whatnot. Hence why he likes making like the villains with like a less like scary demeanor stronger, right? He like likes to do that. Reason being because that like completely subverts our like expectations. He still does that with Buu. He just doesn't do it to like the extent where like he's just like above Buuhan. He still like makes it so that Kid Buu looks less scary, but is still like really strong, right? He may not look as strong as he actually is, so he's still doing the same narrative thing. I mean, his scan still falls into that interpretation. I mean, we just like neg that one. And I think like already like given him much reasoning why Kid Buu shouldn't be holding back. Gave him multiple analogies. Like me saying somebody equal in like a spar match, two equals, right? They may not want to be like kill each other, right? And they may not like be like going all out to the extent where like they're using lethal force, but they're still using like all of their power, right? Since they're equals, all of their power isn't even enough to kill each other outright. Right, so that's like the same thing happening here, where I'm saying Goku's shown relativity, right? And if we know they're relative, then like the argument of like him holding back just because he's playing around really doesn't matter. So in conclusion, that's why I think I like won specifically those points.
Okay. Is there any other points to discuss? I think that's basically it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, let me like look for like other statements for a second. I like have multiple.
Because we already talked in regards to feats, narrative. So like,
if I like don't find any statement, if I don't like see another statement that I would like want to use, and like sure we could just like move on then. Yeah, I'll just like look through all of like the statements I have. Okay. Send you this one scan. You're aware of like the guide, like Dragon Ball Forever?
Show me.
I'll like send you like the scan, or like I'll like send you a scan from that thing. That's like I was asking.
Is it wait just to make sure? Because maybe I think I know. Is it like saying something like Buuhan is the strongest or something along those lines?
No, it's like essentially it's saying like combining power and wisdom, the strongest Majin is now born, and it's like referring to Buu-tanks.
Okay,
so,
why would so wait, hold on, Buuhan came out.
It's just referring to like obviously like every Majin like before Buu-tanks.
Prove that. Wait, hold on. Hold on. If you just admitted it's making everyone except Buuhan. Right? So it's going backwards from Buu-tanks. It wouldn't even be speaking on Kid.
Yeah, Kid Buu comes before Buu-tanks.
No, but you lost the point. Hold on, but you lost the point of like Buuhan had. I mean, not Buuhan. Buu-tanks having his knowledge, and then you lost the and then like to prove. Hold on, and to prove that like it's speaking on Kid Buu, even though logically it would have to be speaking more on Fat Buu since Kid Buu wasn't even introduced yet.
Okay, at the point where the guide comes out.
Show me when the guide comes out and prove that it comes out exactly when we know.
Actually, for one, I wouldn't even need to do that. But here's like the thing I was going to explain to you when like you first brought this up. I was gonna say like, for one, this has nothing to do with Buu-tanks' knowledge.
No, I'm aware, but it would have to do with like what's presented at the time, correct? Unless you could prove like the time in which Dragon Ball Forever data book came out.
I mean, I can probably like go get the like when it came out, but I think that's like unnecessary because.
No, it is. You would need to prove that Dragon Ball Forever, right? And especially that statement comes out during the time in which we see Kid Buu actually in action. Otherwise, they wouldn't be making a statement with full knowledge. They would just be like making a statement that gets contradicted. Then
I don't think I need to, but okay, let me say it to you. Obviously, if it's a guy, it's
I'm gonna say you want me to explain why you should have to provide that, because if it's an outdated statement, then it wouldn't be reliable.
You already explained that.
Okay, got you.
I can read it. Yeah, I'm just gonna give you an explanation why I don't have to. Also, obviously, if it's a guy, it's worked on with Toriyama. So obviously, it's also putting on in Toriyama's.
Prove to me that Dragon Ball Forever was worked on with Toriyama. Yeah, show me that Dragon Ball Forever has Toriyama assisting or doing anything for it.
Do you want me to tell you when Dragon Ball Forever comes out?
Yes, please, 6.
Okay, that guy came out in 2004.
Okay, when was Kid Buu actually shown fighting Goku? Was that during the same time?
Yeah, Dragon Ball ended in the 90s. I think Dragon Ball ended in 93.
Oh yeah, so okay. So yeah, this is they wouldn't even be outdated then, because we already seen Kid Buu then.
Yeah, I would just argue it's contradicted by feats.
Okay, well that'd be predicated on the spirit bomb point. Doesn't matter then.
Okay. So that's it.
Feats, yeah. That's also predicated on the life force point especially. So
okay, yeah. Let me see if I got anything I want to show them before this.
I'll still send the scans one, even though we don't really need it. But yeah, I'll send it. Doesn't matter
though. Okay, let me see if I got anything. I don't think I do that.
Honestly, probably
Yeah, I don't think I got anything that important. You aware of the translation where they state Buuhan's equal to
what?
Yeah, it's from V Jump.
Let me see this. What does it say? So Buuhan's on par with Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And he's the ruler for how it is already. Gaining power on par. Yeah, I think it's blatantly shown that he's not on par. He's just massively above Goku.
Okay, why would it not be referring to a Goku fighting Kid Buu?
Okay, well, but it wouldn't even matter even if it is referring to fighting Kid Buu. Obviously, my whole argument is that that.
Okay, yeah. So if you're not gonna contest,
also actually even then actually, Dballz, why does Goku get stronger? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
From Zenkai boost. Because if we're going off of this, right, and you're not contending, hold on. If you're not contending that Buuhan would be on par based off the statement, then all it would mean is that Goku got a Zenkai boost, so he would just be stronger, and that's the Goku they would be referring to. For that statement to be logically consistent.
Okay, yeah, I'm saying during the point where Buuhan, when Goku faces down with Buuhan, Buuhan's massively above him, right? And then you're saying, oh, he gets a Zenkai boost, right? I'm saying for one, I don't think he gets a near-death experience for him to get a Zenkai boost in the first place.
You don't believe him fighting inside a Super Buu and etc. would be something that pushes him, or just the act of him fighting as Vegeta?
I don't think it pushes him to get a Zenkai boost. That's a near-death experience. I don't think it pushes him.
Do you want me to show you an example of when he turns into Vegeta within Super, he gets stronger than before?
Go ahead.
Okay. You're aware when he fights Zamasu, right? Within the manga, you don't know. If you don't know, that's cool. I can actually.
What? Vegeta fighting Zamasu?
Not Vegeta, Goku fighting Zamasu within the manga. Are you aware of it or no?
Him fighting Zamasu?
Yeah, within the manga.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're aware of it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you will also be aware that Goku shows feats where he can fight Zamasu when prior he couldn't. Or Vegeta going from Goku being able to handle Zamasu, right? And then actually I'm gonna have to show you for sure. But once Zamasu makes a bunch of duplicates of himself, Goku states that he's stronger than ever, and Vegeta's able to damage that version of Zamasu, showing that in the actual manga continuity, he has to get stronger. Otherwise, it wouldn't work.
I also sent another scan of another guide saying Buuhan's the strongest Majin. He's he's the mightiest Majin. It's another translation of a data book.
Let me just find this Vegeta. I mean, not Vegeta, this Vegeta stuff. Vegeta be a better example of what I'm talking about.
Even then, this last scan that I sent, look at scans one. We only speaking difference for that.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah. Don't let the mightiest Majin lay a finger on it or whatever. It's that's also backing up these also stronger Kid Buu. So I don't even think I think for one, that statement for him like being relative to Super Saiyan 3 Goku is like heavily outweighed. And even then, even if like Goku were to get his Zenkai boost, I still like that statement just like doesn't make any sense based off of like the rest of these statements saying like Buuhan's just overall stronger than Kid Buu.
Yeah, all it means, like I said, is that Goku. And I'm about to present like after fusions, they show being stronger.
Goku can get stronger. Yeah, even if Goku gets stronger, I'm saying it still doesn't matter because that statement's heavily outweighed by like Buuhan.
Oh no, we are going what's consistently presented, right? If I prove that Goku gets a Zenkai boost that makes him stronger, which will make the sentence, right, make the statement make sense, it has a consistency to it, then it works. I'm gonna show it.
I'm saying, right, even if Goku gets stronger, we still have more statements saying that this statement is wrong. So it doesn't matter. So even if like consistently Goku can get stronger.
Let me show this prior to them turning into.
I don't think you need to do that.
Okay, so you don't want the proof, or you're just
because I've already been making an argument against that evidence. Obviously, like it's fine, even if like you.
Okay, so you agree with it. So yeah, Goku just gets a Zenkai boost. So now the statement works, and you don't have a problem with like.
Okay, yeah, because I'm saying right, it's heavily outweighed by other consistent statements.
No, we would go with what's like actually presented. You say like the statement doesn't work because Buuhan's shown is stronger. Well, I'm stating that why is it referring to that version that fights Goku?
Okay, no, that's not what I'm saying now. I'm saying now, right? Now, not only was like Buuhan shown stronger at that current moment, right? But now he's also like been stated to be above Kid Buu. Well, obviously you already agreed he's like above Super Saiyan 3 Goku anyway. And Goku's like it's clearly irrelevant in this equation anyway.
Yeah, I would say like the number of evidence that you have, right, would be based on quality, and I would argue proof to show that the statement is one in the future sense. And within Dragon Ball Super, they show fusions allowing people to get like this Zenkai boost or just power up. Then the statement now works. Buuhan will be on par with Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and this version of Goku, but also in this version of Goku have to logically be the version that fights Kid Buu. I don't believe like having more evidence of if equality would mean that it's better than what I'm presenting.
Okay. I'm saying, right, I'm showing you like a preponderance of evidence, right? I'm showing you consistency, right? Consistent like statements and evidence, right? Your only statement. Your like only statement or the only statement that you shown for like Kid Buu being stronger. Like that one statement. And even like the interpretation on that is like iffy, right? But even then, right, we have like
also for like the channel that you sent, why would that not be context specific?
Why is it context specific? What do you mean?
Why wouldn't it be context specific? Like for that moment?
Okay, yeah, what I'm saying, what do you mean by that?
What I'm saying is, right, at the time we have not seen Kid Buu fight or do anything. So when they say the mightiest Majin, wouldn't it be more logical to say that they're speaking on what we currently have been shown? Why would it not be like speaking on that specific context of like events going on?
Okay. Do we need to like go over whether that guide came out like after?
No, so what I'm saying is it doesn't matter if the guide came out during a time where like Kid Buu's revealed. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that within data books or scans, we can have specific panels referring to a situation in context, not the general. For example, like in Naruto, right? You wouldn't take like them saying Sasuke is Gaara's strongest opponent as general. You would take it for at this moment. If you wasn't like arguing against no pay shit, but like you would take it for the moment they're speaking about them fighting and what's being
obviously.
Yeah,
obviously that statement's referring to every like person that came up before Sasuke, right? And then this case, like okay, that example like is perfect for my argument actually, right? That example is referring to like every person that came before Sasuke, not after, right? Because obviously it can't be like referring to things that come after. Even if it has the knowledge of like what's coming after, it doesn't matter, right? So like characters like that show up, right, and actually fight Gaara after, sure, like and then like they're so strong in the Sasuke, obviously, yeah. But in this situation, right, we already know Kid Buu's existed before Buuhan, right? And this data book or guide has knowledge of Kid Buu's strength, right? And they have knowledge on Kid Buu coming before Buuhan, right? So it's saying at that time he was the mightiest Majin, right, to ever like exist, right, until that point. Meaning that includes Kid Buu because it has knowledge on Kid Buu, right? And it should be referring to every Majin that came before Buuhan, and Kid Buu did in fact become before Buuhan. This wasn't like shown in his entire.
Well, here's the thing with that, right? What I said was Kid Buu has not been shown fighting. He has no actual like statement on his power during the time before we actually see him fight Goku. That's the moment
the mindset,
right?
I think that can only affect the mindset. Like at the time, that can.
Oh no, I'm not using the Kai statement. That's not what I'm talking about. Like at all. Not what I'm speaking about.
I don't care about the Kai statement. Like I don't.
I'm saying that this statement could be like you haven't provided why it wouldn't be context specific, especially considering that Kid Buu has not been presented at the, like unless you could show like presented in the time specifically like when they're making this context. Like let me give it like a better explanation, right? Because I'm probably not explaining. But I'm saying that for this panel specifically, it could be seeking on this moment where Buuhan is currently the strongest. But that doesn't mean when Kid Buu shows up and we have these statements for the Spirit Bomb being like universal and fucking power, and they're hyping up the power of the Spirit Bomb needed to kill Kid Buu, that would still be the case currently.
Okay, let's like say it like this. Your argument is that it's saying he's the strongest that's been shown at this time, right? And my argument is that he's the strongest to have existed at that time, right? Because I'm saying if it's like referring to like him being shown, I'm saying that's like a knowledge specific claim, right? That's like a knowledge specific like thing. And like that data book or guide isn't limited within knowledge. But as far as like characters that have existed, right? Not only does that not limit anything, meaning it will take less assumption because we're not like we're not like putting like a limit on something that should be general, right? And then we're also saying in this instance, that rather than
actually wait, looking at the other scan too, it's like specifically showing Buuhan when he proclaims himself as the strongest. So yeah, there's definitely the backup that these scans are like context specific and they're not making a general assessment of like Buuhan's power.
Okay, the even like in the statement of the other scan I sent, it's not even what Buuhan says or what like Gotenks says or Bootex. I mean, like
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that specifically, right? We have examples where they make like these statements. They're saying like contextually within this moment.
A matter of fact, we can even like use the other scan I sent to like support my argument.
Yeah, the one with like Vegeta, right? That's what's the one you got to bring up.
Well, the one we're arguing right now is the one with Vegeta. The one I'm gonna use my argument.
Well, I think like I said everything I could on that, right? Without like going in circles. Basically, what I'm saying is you like would have to provide why this wouldn't be specific to the context of like what's been established for Buuhan currently, and is more of like a general assessment on his power because we know Kid Buu comes out with overall better feats than Buuhan does.
Essentially, like Occam's razor. Essentially, I'm saying.
Well, like Occam's razor would be like the most logical situation here, but I don't agree that what you're saying is the most logical is the case. I believe it's more logical. Hold on. I believe it's more logical to say, right, if I was to apply like if I was to see Occam's razor for this occasion, that it would be speaking for the context itself based on the feats that Kid Buu have. So I don't believe like Occam's razor worked here for you.
Occam's razor isn't the most like going with the most logical conclusion. It's going with the conclusion that takes the most like least assumption. And
okay, it's least so it's more to assume to say that this is making a general assessment.
No, okay.
If
a statement doesn't like, if a statement doesn't imply or state any type of limitation, it would be more assumptions to say that it does have a limitation.
No, because if we're actually looking and they're showing the panel at the moment with Buuhan currently, right? And we have this contextual contextual thing where they show us that Buuhan right now is the strongest nigga. And then later Kid Buu pops out and he has better feats than Buuhan. Then it's, for me, my interpretation is least assumption to say it's context specific in regards of these panels and statements in regards of Buuhan's power. Because Kid Buu shows feats greater than Buuhan. So I already like proved that Goku would just be stronger to show that he would be equal to Buuhan. So then it's this consistency for the narrative and everything to say that it's only speaking on the moment where Buuhan is present and not like general. Because then later on, right, we have like the statement they make about where Buuhan is like on par with Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And I don't know if I like can recall this correctly. Wait, did I send that? I did it somewhere.
Like that.
But yeah, like for that one, that's like during the time like within Super. So even then, that like we would take the more recent statements anyway.
I don't think recent means better. I don't.
Well, I would argue, right? If someone says something in the past, they're like, "Damn, bro, the Earth is flat," and then later on, niggas is funked out and they do an extra examination. They're like, "No, actually, the world's a sphere. You know, it's fucking circle." We would take the future.
Okay,
one.
well,
We wouldn't take the
okay,
past.
that's also a knowledge thing, right? Because obviously at that time, right, their research obviously wasn't.
I would just argue it's a retcon on Buuhan's capabilities. That's all. It could be like, it's not less to assume in that, because if we have this consistency for recent events saying that Buuhan's on par with SS3 Goku and Kid Buu is doodling on SS3 Goku, and then I prove that Goku would be like greater due to Zenkai boost, and I've shown why that would be the case after fusion, I feel like it's less assumptions in the case of saying that it's only speaking on Buuhan when he's currently shown. That's it. That's it. No more for me to say on that.
Okay. Anyway, I think like already like.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah, like,
I don't really think I need to do a
also,
conclusion.
even on the, even also on like the retcon thing, right? If you're gonna say it's like retcon, I said like specifically, rather than like being a retcon, I think it's just being like more of an inconsistency or outlier.
Why would something in the future, right, be inconsistent?
Yeah, okay. Think about it like this. Right? We've already went over that. I've shown you like preponderance of evidence, multiple statements, right? And then you like.
And I argue with those statements will be like context heavy, right? But continue.
Yeah. Well, okay, but that's like a different thing.
I'm not saying you agreed to. I'm just saying that's what.
I'm saying
like I'm aware of what you were saying for that.
Get into that. So we have like I've shown you like multiple statements, right? And then we have that one statement, regardless of when that statement is, right? If we have these like multiple statements, right? These like mountains of statements, right? And in comparison to this one statement, hence why I'm saying it's an outlier or inconsistency.
Wait, hold on. So if like 80 people, right, said the world was flat, but then like this nigga is like, nah, bro, it isn't, and he's showing proof, and why that would be the most logical. You're gonna take like the 80 dumbasses. I don't think like quantity means quality.
Okay, for one,
that's what you would be implying
that
here.
analogy
Like,
doesn't work at all.
You would be implying that quantity means quality, which it doesn't.
No, that's not.
More of something doesn't imply that that's the actual case. We would go with what's consistent.
Okay, that like analogy is completely different, especially in context when we're talking about like.
Well, you're taking multiple panels, right?
No, okay. I'm not saying because there's more of them.
Hold on. You're taking multiple panels and statements, right? And you're saying like, okay, well, it's saying Buuhan's stronger. And correct me if I'm wrong, you imply, well, it could be the case that they're making these context-heavy statements, but this is why I believe why I'm correct. So you're not even negating that it isn't even a possibility. So you're not even, like, it's not heavy quality. You're just taking something, carving your own interpretation out of it, which is narratively inconsistent based on past points went over in regards of how Akira likes to model his villains. So I would say it's more inconsistent with what you're saying than what I'm saying.
Okay, we don't know. Okay, for one, we don't need to like bring up the past points into this. So obviously,
I'm just explaining why what you're saying all around. Right. I would have less assumptions if we like go off what I'm saying. But you can finish what you were saying.
Okay. So in this case, I'm not saying like because there's more statements that like it's just like outweighs this statement. I'm saying right. The scientist analogy doesn't work, right? Because in that case, you're saying, well, this scientist actually has evidence, right? To like prove what he's saying, rather than like the dumbasses that have no evidence. In this case, we're talking about specific statements, right? None of these statements that give reason why this person is stronger or whatever, right? Also, it's just like blatant statements saying this person is stronger, this person at this level, right? So in that case, you're saying, well, evidence outweighs like more, right?
No, I'm arguing that consistency would be more important than like the quantity of evidence that.
No, okay, consistency would be predicated on more.
And hold on, and what I'm arguing for consistency and why I'm saying mine is more consistent is because based on everything went over, Akira would realistically go with Kid Buu being stronger over than Buuhan. Which is why I then further argue that the statements and panels and everything you're showing is context heavy for Buuhan. And it's not just a general assessment of his power. Because if he's the strongest Majin, and then later on they say he's fucking on par with SS3 Goku, then he's not the strongest anymore. He has a rival. He's not like Kid Buu doodled on fucking SS3 Goku. So it wouldn't be.
We already went over. I already disagree with that.
Yeah, I'm just like explaining that.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Or
yeah,
you have
we can like conclude the debate before everybody like kills themselves.
I got you. So my conclusion is I think I won. I'm pretty sure like everyone heard exactly what I said 80 times. So I don't know if I have to repeat it. But basically I argue that narratively it's consistent that Kid Buu would have to be stronger. That the statements in regard to Buuhan being stronger are either retconned or just contextually heavy based on when Buuhan's currently shown and not just a general assessment on like Buuhan as a character. And I don't feel like my opponent proved that. And Do defeats Kid Buu should be logically above Buuhan. And I proved that like Goku would be equal to SS, that Goku would be equal to Buuhan due to Zenkai boost. And I explained like why that would be the case with like him fusing and unfusing, why he gets like an amp situations. So yeah, I feel like I won this.
And in conclusion, like overall, I like lost the first point, which is fine because, like I said, like Buuhan would then be like relative Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We already went over all of that. We concluded on those like things. I like gave my reasoning why I think like Kid Buu wasn't holding back. On this specific point, I already explained like these aren't context heavy, because for them to be like context heavy and the context related, they need to be like limited in knowledge, right? Because for like if it's it to be context heavy, right? We have this statement that like comes after the series is already over. We already know how strong Kid Buu is, right? It says he's just the strongest, right? For us to like assume a limitation, that would take way more assumption than to say, oh, right, since it's a general statement, it should just be like referring to everything, right? Because honestly, when it's like when
oh wait, pause on this one. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Just wait. After this, I'm so sorry because I meant to show this for when I was talking. Fuck, why does my? I meant to show this and I forgot. This is just like you don't even have to speak on it. This is just more of the consistency. Dende within Super remarks Kid Buu is like the Goku's most formidable foe, and we know like within the what the fuck did my sneakers vanish? Crazy. I've been in all your series of Tigers. How I'm treated.
What we doing these days? That's how you feeling? That's crazy.
Ruthless. I've been supporting too. Day one. And look, he laughing. He like. But within Dragon Ball Super, it stated that that Kid Buu, and we know they're talking about Kid Buu because they're looking at Oob, is his most formidable opponent. So yeah, that's what I want to show for that. You can continue. I've got to show that. Appreciate you for letting me show that.
Yeah. Okay, so like saying in conclusion, I've already like explained everything. I think like I won overall. I already shown like for them to be context heavy, it has to be like limited in knowledge, or else like it's like assuming way more, right? Because then we have like assumptions, predicated on like saying, oh, this person is like specifically limiting this statement. It's like this at this time when it's shown at this point in the series. It's taking way more assumption than me just saying, "Oh yeah, it's just like making him stronger than Kid Buu," right? Because in that case, I'm not putting any type of limitation, and due to it being in general, it's just a general statement, and due to us not being able to determine any type of limitation to it, we can just comfortably say that yeah, like this like should just be referring to overall everything. And he didn't really give any reasoning why my interpretation should take more evidence or take more assumption.
I explained why.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Don't misquote me, bro.
I don't really need these things.
Okay. Calm Rage.
Okay.
Next time you run into this statement that says Buuhan is gained the power on par with SS3 Goku.
I know what you're about to say, Six.
It's in reference to Ultimate Gohan.
Yeah,
I know what you're about to say. Because yeah, it is in that. It is. We got conclusions. It's referencing Gohan because when they're talking about the absorptions, they're talking about what he gained specifically. So logically, it's speaking about him gaining SS3 power from Gohan, which will make Gohan and Goku equal to Goku. We got conclusions.
I need to get better at inverse Dragon Ball. Like I lost the historic on inverse Dragon Ball, but I must be ass at this. Ew.
You need to not take Buuhan in this debate. What the fuck?
What's wrong with taking Buuhan?
He loses? I wasn't listening enough to judge. I'm not gonna lie. I'm playing Fortnite.
Well,
hey, Tiger, it's only left on you, bro.
Airtiger, you know who won, don't you?
If Ray
okay, Aaron, such a nigger, bro.
If he doesn't like agree with it, he can just show us on the video, just so we have like an official judgment.
Yeah, Air Tiger. Before you give your judgment.
Okay.
My son Rage got neg. Damn.
Knowledge, didn't I like slapped you? Knowledge, I like publicly violated you in VC. Knowledge, shut your ass up.
Hold up.
Violated you on every single point. Like,
not my son Rage.
Bro, Knowledge, I'm gonna bend you over my knee and slam you with my belt, bro. Shut up. Damn.
Alright.
Yeah.
Bitch ass nigga. Oh my fucking god.
So